Today's game on KFJB-TV is brought to you by Assured Partners, Boy Scouts of America, Edward Jones, Agent Zach Wall, Embers Retirement Community, Honest Heating and Cooling, Jensen Ford, Legends American Grill, Lennox Employees Credit Union, Marshalltown Area Chamber, Marshalltown Community College, McGregor's Furniture and Mattress, Pence Appliance and TV, Wayward Social, Zeno's, Wandering Creek, Wells Fargo Advisors, Laurel Diesel Services, Calvin Rocket, your Marshalltown Hy-Vee, Central State Bank.
Welcome into the countdown to first pitch. It's the Nevada Cubs in town to take on your Marshalltown Bobcats. Head coach Jason Bowers and his Marshalltown Bobcats 10-21 looking for a win here tonight in a non-conference matchup, non-class matchup with Corey Barloon and the Nevada Cubs, who come in at a mark of 9-19. Good evening, Dylan Dose alongside me. I'm Brandon Lewis. Hope you're having a great Monday night. A little shower came through. We are delayed just a little bit as first pitch expected right around 7:15 tonight here on News Talk 1230 KFJB AM and 93.9 FM and here on KFJB-TV. But, you know, this is a fun matchup. We don't necessarily get to see Nevada and Marshalltown match up a whole lot here tonight. Expectations are what here tonight, Dylan?
Well, according to Bound, there is no historical matchup, so that means in the last 15 years we haven't seen anything. It is a fun matchup, so you're looking at the Bobcats. The lineup's going to be a little bit light at the bottom third of the order with no Sandvik, and Nevada will hit the ball around, but I think what you're going to see is seeing a Bradley Danielson pitching can tamp down those Cubs from Nevada, and seeing a top half of the lineup for the Bobcats can get some runs on the board.
And Briley Danielson will make her 15th start of the season here tonight at home. She's been good inside the circle, maybe not always the run support that she needs or the defense that she needs, but, you know, she's challenged and she's hit the zone.
So the first game we covered this year, my key to the game was finding that second pitcher. We saw Carson Price had some success last year, and really, was Briley Danielson going to be able to take that step? Briley's been really good in the circle this year. Last year, almost 2-1 with walks or hit batters to strikeouts. This year, she has 41 strikeouts to 32 walks. We don't anticipate that's where she's going to be when she's a senior. I see that being a 2, maybe 3-1. But the fact that she's made those kind of strides, not giving up free bases, Briley Danielson has been really good this year in the circle.
And we'll see her tonight as she'll square off with the Nevada Cubs. We'll get a preview and a scouting report of the Nevada Cubs with Dylan when we come back right here on your countdown to first pitch on KFJB-TV.
You're an empty nester closing in on that retirement property. Chances are your plans didn't include mom moving in, but life happens and you do the right thing. Wells Fargo Advisors can help. For more than 125 years, we've created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. When retirement means caring for yourself and a loved one, turn to Wells Fargo Advisors. Together, we'll go far.
Wells Fargo Advisors is located at 14 East South Ridge Road in Marshalltown. Call them at 641-752-5401. They're a member SIPC.
As you walk inside, you know right away the place for fun is Wayward Social. There's always plenty of bowling action, so plan for your next outing to include bowling at Wayward Social. Meet your friends for lunch, dinner, or your favorite beverages. Open for lunch from 11:30 to 2 p.m. Thursday through Saturday with endless pizza by the slice. During lunch on Thursday and Friday, you choose the toppings. Wayward Social, South 6th Street in Marshalltown. Online at wayward-social.com. Back Back in on the countdown to first pitch, all presented by Brown Shoe Fit in Marshalltown. Well, Nevada 9-19 behind head coach Corey Barloon. What do you know about this team, Dylan?
This is a team that's going to hit. They have numerous people up and down that lineup that are going to hit for average, but really what jumps out to you is there's 4 or 5 people in that lineup can get the ball out of over the fence. They hit quite a few home runs, and really in the middle it's number 6 in the 4-hole, Megan McGaffin. We'll talk more about her later, but at the top of the order is Kylie Taylor. Kylie Taylor hitting .322, but the stat that I'm looking at, 19 for 19 in stolen bases. Now they get a freshman in the circle here tonight is Karsrud. Karsrud's 1-2, almost a 6 ERA. See if the Bobcats can hit her early.
That is our scouting report, all brought to you by Brown Shoe Fit. We'll look around the conference coming up next.
Brown Shoe Fit has a great selection of athletic footwear. Choose from New Balance, On, Keen, Echo, and much more. Brown Shoe Fit can find the right shoe for every occasion for both men and women, including dress shoes, casual shoes, work boots, and European footwear, carrying multiple sizes and widths to ensure the best fit for you. Their expert-friendly staff is available to give you a personalized experience and can find the right shoes for what you need. Brown Shoe Fit, downtown Marshalltown. With you every step of the way.
At Sports Plus Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy Center, we customize each patient's treatment plan to their individual needs. What does that mean? It means that not every back or knee problem is treated the same, and that your program will be unique and designed especially for your needs or problem. This improves how quickly you will return to work or sports. The Sports Plus staff is encouraging and takes pride in your successful recovery. This is just one more reason why champions choose Sports Plus Physical Therapy as their favorite place to rehabilitate and train.
Today's game on KFJB-TV is brought to you by Assured Partners, power through partnership. Boy Scouts of America, Adventure On. Edward Jones, Zach Wall, your financial advisor in Marshalltown. Embers Retirement Community, independent living for active seniors. Honest Heating and Cooling, let the Honest team watch over your home's comfort 24/7.
Back in on the countdown to first pitch. Tonight's starting lineups all brought to you by Sandvik Enterprises in Marshalltown. Let them deliver for you while we deliver you the starting lineups. Kylie Taylor will lead things off for the Nevada Cubs 1-9 here. She'll play in center field. Nicole Riding is in left field, and she'll be batting in the 2-hole. Batting in the 3-hole, Jory Hillman. Playing shortstop, Megan McGaffin is catching. Melanie Konisrath is at the Keystone, playing second base, followed by Jaden Melhone, and she'll be at the hot corner. Olivia Clausen will bat in the 7-hole, playing first base. Macy Maley is in right field, batting 8th, and Addie Good is the DP tonight, hitting for the starting pitcher in Karsrud, Tempe Karsrud, as Dylan alluded to. For the Marshalltown Bobcats tonight in those Sandvik starting lineups, it'll be Gianna Bonney leading things off. She'll play in center field, followed by Bella Avis in the 2-hole. Emma Stepp will play third, followed by Lainey Danielson at shortstop, batting in the 4th hole. Briley Danielson will pitch tonight. She'll bat 5th. In the 6th hole, Kennedy Feldman at second. Kaylin Coleman gets a start at first base, batting 7th. Abby Jansen will catch tonight. She'll bat 8th. And Ava Kuzro will round out the lineup. Number 9, left fielder Ava Kuzro for the Marshalltown Bobcats. First pitch right around the corner. That's a look at our Sandvik starting lineups right here on your home for the Cats, KFJB-TV.
You'll find the perfect mattress for you at McGregor's Furniture and Mattress. You choose the firmness, comfort, and support level, all at a great price. McGregor's always has a great selection of sofas, recliners, dining room, and bedroom furniture to help you live and relax in comfort and style. Their staff will help you find just what you're looking for. McGregor's Furniture and Mattress, downtown Marshalltown, is open 7 days a week. They're proud to support Bobcat Athletics.
Life can take unexpected turns. Maybe you started college, but life got in the way. At Marshalltown Community College, we understand. It's never too late to chase your dreams. Come back to where your journey began. Rediscover your passion for learning and let us help you achieve your goals. Schedule a visit today at MarshalltownCommunityCollege.com.
Marshalltown Community College, a step in the right direction.
Cubs and Bobcats, national anthem here at the Softball Complex. Let's take a listen in. Time for a look around the Iowa Lions Conference, all presented by Exterior Plus Home Remodeling, building relationships one customer at a time. Dylan?
We even have a couple finals to start us off. Shout out to Brooksy back at the studio. But number 4, Fort Dodge in the first of the doubleheader takes care of Des Moines Lincoln, number 14, 3-0. Urbandale took care of Ames in the first game, 5-4. Des Moines East takes on Waterloo East, and number 9, Des Moines Roosevelt takes on Mason City. And of course here with the single game here tonight, Marshalltown at 10-21 against Nevada Cubs, sitting at 9-19.
That is our look around the conference, all brought to you by Exterior Plus Home Remodeling, building relationships one customer at a time. Let's get tonight's keys to the game, all brought to you by Ethington Heating and Cooling. Ethington Heating and Cooling, we're not comfortable until you are, Dylan.
All right, you go into the Bobcats, it's game, set, match. And really that game piece, the Bobcats have to focus just on this sole game, this one right in front of them. They've been up and down, losing a real weird game to Waterloo East. Bobcats have to go that. They've set their lineups. It's a new lineup. It's a little bit different. Briley's kind of the number one here tonight, so what can they do with that? And if they're able to focus on the game, get run production as Briley Danielson is strong, then they can match last season's win total, which was one of the highest in the last few years. And then Nevada, it's M&M, and it's one person, Megan McGaffin. She mashes the ball.
Oh, I thought you just were talking about your favorite snack.
They are good. They are good. But Megan McGaffin, her parents must have turned her on to Outcast because she hits bombs over Baghdad. 9 of them on the year, 28 RBI. But up and down that lineup, they'll hit it. But McGaffin is a stud.
I will say the Nevada Cubs are looking so fresh and so clean here tonight as a first pitch strike is thrown in to Kylie Taylor, the center fielder. As Briley Danielson fires in, a first pitch strike is Danielson making her 15th start of the season, a 6-8 record, 4.85 ERA, 75 innings pitched with 41 strikeouts and 32 walks. The 0-1 is upstairs and outside. Dylan, I forgot my sunglasses because it was cloudy and there was rain. We had a couple of thunderous lightning strikes near the field, which put us on a little bit of a delay, but we're good to go here tonight. Now 1-1 is upstairs. It'll be 2-1.
It's really important that they keep Taylor off the base paths. We talked about it in the pregame. She's 19 for 19 when she gets on the base paths. Got to keep her off of first base.
2-1 is upstairs, a 3-1 count as that one's off the glove of Abby Jansen, who's catching tonight for the Bobcats. The Cubs in the white tops with purple and gold trim. Gray pants. Meanwhile, the Bobcats, white tops, blue bottoms, red and blue trim. The 3-1 is Danielson started off with a first pitch strike and almost lost the count. Ball near the fence near Dillon, but he did not flinch that time, luckily. It's a 3-2 count.
I got the tent to protect me.
That's true. We have double protection for you tonight, Dillon.
That's right. Fence in front, tent on high.
Danielson loads up with a full count, and that one fought off to the backstop.
Like how Briley's battled back, got down 3-1, was able to make it a full count, challenging her.
Taylor batting .322, 30 runs, 3 RBI. Real table setter, and she'll take a close ball and work a walk. She is a threat on the base pass as well, Dillon, 19 of 19 on the season. I'm
running right away. If I'm Nevada, you look at Jansen hasn't played. She's played some behind, but not a ton behind. I'm running quickly.
Nicole Riding puts down a bunt on the right side as Danielson hustles over, gets the 1-4 ground out. For out number 1 is Feldman's over from second to cover the bag at first as Coleman was running up. So good defensive shift right there to help out. But Kylie Taylor's over to second in scoring position as Nicole Riding out on that sack bunt.
Yeah, beautiful sack bunt. Dropped it down beautifully. Good rotation by the Bobcats to be able to get the force at first.
This will bring up Jory Hillman as a pass ball is going to be here, and that'll move the runner and Taylor over to third.
And this is where Briley, as you're looking, try to get her going back to third. This is where Briley, you've got to keep it in the infield or see if you can get a K because you got one out, runner just 60 feet away.
So Jory Hillman taking a ball right there for first pitch, and now a ball again. It's 2-0 to the shortstop, batting in the 3-hole. 354 hitter, 3 home runs, 9 of 9 stolen bases. She can do a little bit of everything. Here's the 2-0, and a ball taken by Hillman upstairs outside, and it is 3-0. A check back to third base. You don't always see that a ton, but Riley Danielson flipped it over to Stupp. Runner back in time. There, Taylor. She stands at third. It's a 3-0 count at home. Here comes the delivery from Danielson, and good pitch location, low and outside to Hillman, 3-1.
And this is Bradley struggling a little bit more with control than we've seen her this year. You got McGaffin in the on-deck circle.
And a big swing, and just fouling that one off to the backstop for Hillman. You touched on it, though. Power on this team. 3 home runs for Hillman, 9 for McGaffin, who's on deck. 2 for Consrith, has also 5 home runs for the 7-hole hitter in Clausen. Here's the 3-2. It's popped up behind home plate. Jansen will watch as it sneaks into the stands, and it is still going to be a full count.
They don't have a tent over there, so they're not as safe as we are.
It's all about your safe space, Dylan.
That's right. It's my security blanket.
3-2 on the way. This one fought off, foul down the third base line.
Saw Briley warming up down the first base line right after the weather delay. She was messing around with the off-speed stuff. She hasn't thrown any off-speed yet. You wonder, is this one where you might see her sneak that in?
Here's the full count delivery, and this one's going to be popped up, a major league pop-up in the infield. Lainey Danielson calls for it. Feldman misplays. It's off of her glove. And that will score her on as Kylie Taylor is in to score from third base. A little miscommunication. Lainey Danielson was there. I thought I saw her calling from it, but Feldman maybe not used to her call as compared to Sandvik, who's not in the lineup here tonight for the Bobcats. Normal starting at shortstop. So Taylor's in. It's 1-0. Cubs on top as Hillman gets aboard on the E4.
That is just the way it's supposed to be. Shortstop owns everything on the infield. So if the shortstop's calling it, it's hers to have. And as you mentioned, Sandvik not out there tonight. hopefully the Bobcats aren't victims of that, and it comes back to bite them.
1-1 count. One down as we're still in the top of the first inning. And here's a ball slap foul down the third base line and a 1-2 count.
Bobcats just feel a little bit off. That rain delay, maybe having to play the field right after, they just don't look sharp.
A little bit of a different lineup tonight. Here's a pass ball to the backstop. And that one will allow Hillman to get to second base. And now McGaffin with a 2-2 count at the plate. Favorable situation here. I know Madison Rogers has caught quite a bit this year. She is not in the starting lineup as well. Pop up right back to the pitcher and Danielson, and that one's going to be caught for out number 2 of the inning.
Yeah, here's the thing. Briley, after starting off a little bit rough, she should be out of this inning with no runs. She made 2 really good pitches, both to Hillman and McGaffin, for infield pop-ups. Of course, the air with Hillman, but she was able to get the out with McGaffin.
Here's a pop-up off the first pitch of the at-bat for a strike. As at the plate, Melanie Konzerath. She is a senior.
Those pitches are really bearing in on the handle of the bat. She's getting it inside that sweet spot.
0-1 to Konzerath. That one just misses in a 1-1 count. 5-hole hitter at the plate, hitting just 194, but 2 home runs, 21 runs scored so far this year. And she'll pop up. The 1-1, that one's out of play. Again, no 10 over there for them either, Dylan. And 1-2 count now. 2 outs.
She looks to be a little bit behind Briley there, so just see if she can come with the smoke.
Here's the delivery, and this one is pulled down the left field line. That one will be out of play. Still a 1-2 count. Boy, this is a team, though. You can see they've got some legitimate power to them.
Well, and they go up swinging. You know, sometimes you'll see a lot of selective people. They want to maybe get a strike or 2 on them before they're really going to be aggressive at the plate. Nevada comes out ready to swing. They're not going to be cheated on anything.
And a pitch taken.
She went to that off speed, trying to get her to chase.
I just noticed that the lineup that I got, there's a ball driven over shortstop. That will sneak into left field. Throw comes home. It's going to be close. Tag applied, but underneath. Good call by the home plate umpire as Hillman will score, making it 2-0 by the Cubs here in the top of the first inning as Melanie Konzerath will pick up the RBI. She stands at second base on the double.
Kusero did a nice job coming up firing just a little bit away from the line, and Jansen had to reach back, and you're right, got underneath the tag. Great job by Hillman to score.
Now ball driven into left field. Kusero ranges to her right, misplayed. Konzerath rounds third into home, and it's 3-0. Nevada Cubs up on top as Konzerath just drove in Hillman. Now she scores as standing at third, picking up the RBI right there, Jaden Malone.
And all of these runs in the first inning are all unearned due to that error with Hillman reaching.
First pitch to Olivia Clausen, the first baseman tonight, is a ball inside, 1-0.
As you mentioned, down the order, Bobcats' number 7 hitter is batting 0, and here Clausen's got 5 home runs.
Pass ball, again, this one, the pitch was outside from Danielson, but Jansen just couldn't quite get the glove fully on it, and it's going to be a ball 2-0. That moves Malone over to third base. It is a 2-0 count to Clausen. 2 outs in the inning, looking to get out of it, a foul ball near side to us on the Nevada Cub dugout side. as it is a 2-1 count.
She went full croquet on that. I think it went right through the
Through her
wickets.
yeah,
she fouled it between her legs. I don't know if I've ever seen that.
That was kind of crazy. Here's the 2-1. Now she fouls it off the left foot, and
she about did it again.
Yeah. Looks to be okay, though. Does even up the count at 2-2 apiece.
I'm going right there again.
Clausen eyes. Danielson delivers off speed, loses it upstairs. It's a full count now, 3-2.
Yeah, Bradley's shaking her head a little bit. It's that off speed. It's just popping up a little too much.
See if Danielson can get out of the inning. Cubs with a runner on third. It's already 3-0, and a ball lifted to second base, lightly hit to Feldman off the bat of Olivia Clausen, and a fly out to second base will end the inning. But the Cubs score 3 and take the lead as we enter the bottom of the first on KFJB-TV.
My name's Lake Schultz. I'm the co-owner of Exterior Plus Home Remodeling. At Exterior Plus, we truly strive to build relationships one customer at a time. And that's why we're the Midwest's #1 choice in full home remodels. Located in Marshalltown, Iowa, as well as Lincoln, Nebraska, we pride ourselves in providing quality service on time, every time. Give us a call for a free inspection and estimate at 844-261-6111. That's 844-261-6111. Thanks. Talk to you soon.
You should never have to wait after ordering new appliances. At Penn's Appliance, you wouldn't. With an incredible selection in stock and ready to install today. Our friendly team is here to help you pick the perfect set to match your style. And let our professional technicians install and set up your new appliances, often delivering the very next day. Stop in today, see all the new features, and find your new look at Penn's Appliance. For sales and service of everything appliance, go see the Pence team.
Small businesses are the backbone of our community. Marshalltown Area Chamber of Commerce reminds you that when you shop locally, you are benefiting members of our community and adding to our local community overall. You'll find local business owners are generally more knowledgeable, provide better service, and even know their customers by name. Marshalltown Area Chamber of Commerce exists to be an advocate for our business community. Membership in the Chamber benefits your business and adds to the strength of our advocacy efforts. For more information on shopping locally and Chamber membership, go to Marshalltown.org.
Welcome back to the Marshalltown Softball Complex. It is the Bobcats and the Cubs tonight, as the Bobcats will send Gianna Bonney, Bella Avis, Emma Stepp to the plate as we head to the bottom of the first inning. Cubs scored 3 runs there in the top of the first, Dylan, to take that lead 3-0.
It just felt like the Bobcats were off a little bit, and that big air allowing Hillman to get on, and for Nevada to score, all 3 runs were unearned.
Gianna Bonney with a tapper right back up the middle over to first base, and not in time. Bonney's going to get herself aboard with a hit right there to first base. And the Cats are in action with Bonney standing at first, and Bella Avis will stand in now.
Well, early in the year, we were covering them. Bonney was hitting in the high 100s, and now she's up to about 340.
Pitch will come home, and it's a first pitch ball to Bella Avis, 1-0.
Bounty's 14 of 15 with stolen bags. She's not afraid to run.
She stands at first. Off-speed pitch is upstairs, and that'll get Bonney over to second base. And the Bobcats with the ball right there on Bella Avis have a runner in scoring position, and this is something Bella Avis on the season, 11 RBI, looking to capitalize on that with a runner out there. Avis gets jammed inside and right back to the pitcher in Karsrud, and 1 away. So Bonney at second and 1 out as Avis pops out.
I have a feeling, just looking at Karsrud, I'm going to call it. I think Emma's going to be taking a slow jog around the bases. I'm calling it.
Oh, boy. First pitch, that one, a ball outside. That will get Bonney over to third base.
And if
I don't know. I mean, you're not really a gambling man.
I'm not.
Usually your predictions are not always.
Hey, they can be accurate as long as I'm not promising
Again,
anything.
can be.
But Zach's going to be going back over to the wrestling grill and buying us something nice.
That is true. I saw him chowing down on a burger and some really. He said the macaroni and cheese was really good. So
he said it was a great bang for your buck.
Yeah, well, and it's for a great cause too.
It is.
You know, a donation like that. So Zach's a real team.
He's
kind of guy. Team first. Yeah, community first. You stole the words right out of my mouth.
He's almost his own credit union, is what I would say.
Here's a 2-1. And a pop-up out of play back behind home plate. 2-2 count to Emma Stepp. On the season, Emma Stepp batting .426, 13 runs, 5 home runs, 32 RBI. We have not seen her hit a home run on KFJB-TV this year.
I'm ready for it.
Me too. Here's the 2-2. And hammered to left center field. This won't be a home run, but it is an RBI. She smokes it to the wall. Bonnie is in. Stepp rounds to second, sliding in safely. It's a 2-bag RBI for Emma Stepp.
She got out in front. The way that Karsrud pitches, she pitches to Emma's strengths for sure.
Lainey Danielson, shortstop tonight. Stuttering on my words right there. I was not used to saying shortstop. Well, we saw her at first base all season, but with Kate Sandvik out tonight.
And it's interesting that Emma's in that 3 spot. She's hitting that 4 spot quite a bit.
Yeah. A lot of different things to ask of players tonight. Big swing as Danielson misses on that one. Quickly an 0-2 count. Bobcats with a run in this inning. It's 3-1 now our scores. The Cubs on top of your Marshalltown Bobcats. Just one down here in the bottom of the first inning. Here's the 0-2.
Yeah.
And that on the outer half. Danielson caught looking for out 2 of the inning. This will bring up Riley Danielson. It's the night's starting pitcher hitting the 5-hole.
Yeah, she just got caught looking. Just painted the corner. You can't, with a runner in scoring position under 2 outs, get caught with your bat on the shoulder.
First pitch of the bat to Riley Danielson. Downstairs, she'll leave it alone. A 1-0 count.
Baseball cliche, softball cliche. See if she can help her own cause. There it is.
321 hitter on the season. 2 home runs, 20 RBI. Looking to pick up another right here. And she fights off the pitch. A little out in front of it. 1-1 count as she fouls it off. Your head coach, Jason Bowers, on the third base coach's box. Looking to help her own cause, Dylan. Swing and a miss by Danielson. It's 1-2. No, it's not as funny when I say it.
It was funny. I was laughing inside. Sorry it didn't travel to my vocal cords.
It's okay.
She got hit?
Yeah, check swing. She'll stay there as it is fouled off, but that did hit Danielson. Hopefully she's going to be all right. Looked like it caught her right hand in there as well. She went to check her swing and came around on it and hit the bat.
And it definitely hit the bat, but it didn't sound. You could tell it had much more of that dull thud of hitting her hand than anything else.
The wind has picked up, as you can hear in our headsets. You can also see our tent moving around a little bit. Dylan, yes, hold that corner down.
That's right.
Here's the 1-2 and fought off out of play. Still 1-2 count to Danielson. We had a shower earlier. The winds have switched, which provided for a little bit of our poncho on the camera to be caught out there. Zach had to catch that. Yeah, there you see Dylan doing the hard work here tonight.
That's right.
Ball rolled to home plate as Danielson takes for a ball 2-2.
You got to hold down the KFJB on-field studios. We're not quite brick and mortar out here.
Not quite.
It's a caravan situation.
There is no press box here. A slap hit down the right field line. That is foul. And just protecting the plate is Danielson, looking to drive in Stepp, who stands at second. Bobcats down by 2 runs here in the bottom of the first with run in. A couple of hits already, though, for the Cats. Bonnie scored. Stepp with that RBI and a double. Here's the 2-2 to Danielson. Fights it up and right into the glove of the third baseman, Lone, and that will be out number 3 as a line out right there off of Danielson's bat. That will do it for the first. We head to the second. It's Nevada 3, Marshalltown 1 on KFJB-TV.
The equity in your home is power. Power to remodel your home. Take a memorable vacation. Add a deck or patio. Lennox Employees Credit Union can help you unleash the financial power you possess with a home equity loan. Consolidate debt, fund a student loan, or pay for a wedding. The loan process is easy. See Lennox Employees Credit Union, 1004 East Main Street in Marshalltown. Member NCUA, Equal Housing Lender. Online at lennoxecu.com.
Today's game on KFJB-TV is brought to you by Jensen Ford, with you every mile along the way. Legends American Grill, Marshalltown Steakhouse. Lennox Employees Credit Union, lennoxecu.com. Marshalltown Area Chamber, Marshalltown, more than ever. Marshalltown Community College, a step in the right direction.
Top of the second we go. The Nevada Cubs will send the 8-9-1 batters to the plate as Macy Maley will be the leadoff batter in the inning as she'll square off against tonight's starting pitcher Briley Danielson, who took a pitch off the hand on a check swing. She had to stay at the plate, but she looks all right in her warm-up pitch.
Yeah, she looks all right, and always the thing is, if you get hit and if a pitch may go off, you look at your hand if it's not feeling quite right. She didn't look at her hand through any of the warm-ups out there, so I think she's good to go.
So it'll be Macy Maley as she's in right field tonight. 146 hitter on the season coming into this game. Got a scoreboard update coming up in just a little bit, as I know some scores starting to filter in, thanks to Jeff Brooks, our producer, back on the radio side of things. 3-1 is our score. The Marshalltown Bobcats trail heading to the top of the second. Briley Danielson delivers a first pitch ball on the inner half, 1-0. Or that is a strike.
They called it a strike.
Okay,
yeah.
all right,
yeah.
sorry.
I
looked and then I looked away, and
when the batter dives out a little bit, you kind of, with our angle, you think they're always right.
Yep. Here's the 0-2.
Love how this starting out
right there. Yeah, good start to the inning.
First couple batters in that first, she got down deep in a hole, but here she's coming out firing.
And a swing, and just getting underneath of it is Maley, as she'll foul that one off to the backstop. 0-2 is the count. Every umpire has a little bit of a different call, too, so sometimes you feel like you're kind of getting used to the strike call. Some have a little bit more of a delay, or some are loud. You can hear them anywhere. Here's the 0-2. As that one off-speed pitch as Danielson loses it. It's a 1-2. Bobcats got a first-round home game in postseason play next Thursday night. They'll be at home against Iowa City West.
Yeah, we get to see Iowa City West with a trip to Ankeny Centennial on the line.
The old Jaguars.
The Jaguars of Ankeny Centennial. It'll be fun. You know what? I'm not mad that you and I don't have to drive down to Iowa City for that matchup.
Me too, yeah. Maley swings and misses, and Danielson picks up her first strikeout of the night and the first out here in the top of the second as Nevada leads 3-1. The 9-hole hitter, Addie Good, the DP, will pop up. The first pitch she sees out of play. Back behind home plate, it's 0-1. But, Iowa City West, I know as when I checked the other day, they have only won a couple of games all season, but nevertheless, you have to take care of business in that first game because it's a new season.
Yeah, it is. You've got to leave it. There isn't the second game of a doubleheader. You've got to go up, have that lineup be ready to rock and roll because any postseason win for the Bobcats right now, it's all about building for the future.
Here's the 0-2 as that one will be bounced to home plate. A 1-2 count now to Addie Good, the DP, hitting 176 with 6 runs and just 1 RBI on the season.
Love how she's attacking the bottom of the order hitters.
Pitch upstairs, 2-2 now from Danielson.
There's not a lot of respite in this Nevada lineup, but the bottom two both hitting under 200, and Briley's really rocking and firing with it.
And here's a shallow pop-up that will bounce a couple of times right in front of the second baseman and Feldman. She'll pick it up, fire to first in time for out number 2 of the inning on a 4-3 ground out by Good. That'll turn over lineup to the top as Kylie Taylor will bat. She walked and scored a run in the first inning.
Yeah, she scored on that air that allowed Jory Hillman to reach.
First pitch will be a ball to Taylor, and a 1-0 count from Danielson. There's a first pitch strike in that at bat, and Taylor was able to just work that count. She'll take a close pitch for a ball, 2-0.
She just is that prototypical leadoff, has good plate discipline, can run.
She'll chop one over to third. A strike thrown to first, but just not in time. They say a step fired over to Coleman just behind the runner, and Taylor beats it out for an infield single.
That's a tough one, specifically in softball, because that was not hit hard whatsoever.
No.
It was a little dribbler, and Emma couldn't quite get it out of the glove quick enough. That was probably, you had to barehand it to have a chance.
2 outs, runner on first, as Taylor takes a big secondary lead off the base at first. And a first pitch strike to Whitrig. As the strike over to first, and yeah, Taylor just beating that one out. Good call over there at first base. Here's the 0-1, and upstairs, Taylor takes off. Throw is going to be behind the runner, as Feldman has to range to her right and cut that Abby Jansen throw off from home plate. It was a ball, so it'll be a 1-1 count on the pitch to Whitrig. We called her writing in the first inning because, well, I believe Coach filled out his lineup. He sent it to me on his phone, and I'm assuming autocorrect. Yeah.
And everybody's had that feeling.
Yeah, and then I was checking it before we got going here, and then I realized, not her name.
The whole Whitrig crowd.
We had it in writing that it is not writing. It is Whitrig. So we apologize. Here's the 1-2 upstairs, and a 2-2 count.
This is where if you're Briley, you have Taylor on second base. She got her 20th stolen base, but it's just the batter in front of you. If you can get her out, then McGaffin comes up with nobody on at the top of an inning, exactly where you want her.
Whitrig with a cue ball off the end of the bat right there. Foul down the first base line. Still a 2-2 count. Coleman, not really anybody we've seen before so far this year for the Bobcats over there at first base. Here's the 2-2, and big swing and a miss, and the second strikeout of the inning as Whitwig is retired for out number 3 of the inning. So a base runner gets aboard in Kylie Taylor, but the Cubs leave her stranded. It's still 3-1 as we head to the bottom of the second on KFJB-TV.
Legends American Grill is Marshalltown Steakhouse. Ribeyes and sirloins, aged, hand-cut, and served with your choice of 2 of Legends' legendary sides and a dinner roll. If you are a prime rib fan, Legends has prime rib every Friday and Saturday starting at 4 p.m. With 3 sides to choose from, it's chef-seasoned and slow-cooked to tender, juicy perfection. Try Legends prime rib, and you'll know why it's Marshalltown's favorite. Legends American Grill is Marshalltown Steakhouse.
Scoreboard update tonight is all brought to you by Central State Bank. Discover what Central State Bank can do for you.
Thank you, Brooksy. Back at the studio, Applington Parkersburg beats BCLUW 11-1. Johnston beats Southeast Polk in Game 1 11-7. Valley is destroying the Hawks of Ankeny 15-4 in the top of the 7th. The Pella Dutch win over Perry in their first game tonight 6-5. Fort Dodge wins Game 1 over number 14 Des Moines Lincoln 3-0, and Urbandale beats Ames in the first half of the doubleheader 5-4.
In softball tonight?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean,
good games.
Urbandale's no slouch, but definitely thought maybe Ames was up there. They're ranked in the top 15. And
they're on the road. Urbandale's couple games over 500. Always tough to play down in the Metro for sure.
Yeah. J-Hawks.
That's right.
Yeah. What is a J-Hawk? I know a J-A-Y.
Well, I think it's when a bird named Jay marries a hawk, but they want to keep their same last name. You know, it's a progressive bird couple. So they hyphenate.
1-1 count is popped up to center field, read by Taylor. And it's out number 1 as Feldman is retired. Wow.
I've never wanted to be more right about something in my life.
I love how you got the little progressive move in there as well with the hyphenated last name. You actually took your wife's last name.
I offered to hyphenate our last name, and she said nope. She wanted all the doughs. She was like, that's a good last name. We're going to go with that.
And now you've got 4 doughs.
That's right. Oh.
What are you guys for? I've seen your license plate.
Oh, gracious.
Here's 1-0 cut on by Coleman. And a strike. It's a 1-1 count with 1 away here at the bottom of the second. Bobcats trailing 3-1 up on the Marshalltown Hy-Vee scoreboard.
It's really interesting. We saw Laney Danielson.
Your license plate?
No, we're seeing a lot of dropping that back shoulder and uppercutting the swing. They're not coming down. You want to almost treat it like a lumberjack does. A tree is chopped down on it, and we see a lot of dropping back shoulders and uppercut swings.
Speaking of tree, you lost all your
I know.
your papers
the
here.
wind came up.
1-2 count, and Coleman takes it's a 2-2 count. That's why you get a clipboard like me, bro.
Well, I went with the binder clip, and the binder clip is just not strong enough.
You always have a lot of interesting strategies when it comes to our sports broadcasts.
I don't have a clipboard.
One year, Dylan put his football spotting charts on a Wheaties box. There's a 2-2 count cut on. Coleman swinging third strike. She hustles down the line. Will beat it out. She is aboard at first on the strikeout. So Coleman, a good hustle play right there, and she gets aboard at first. And this will bring up Abby Jansen, the 8-hole hitter.
I thought she might have tweaked something over there, but no, she was laughing about the swing. I thought she had hurt or pulled her
She's
side
much younger
muscle.
than you, Dylan.
Yeah.
That would be
true
the
enough.
look. That would be the look for you, pulling something. First pitch of the at-bat to Jansen as she steps in. Check back to first. Not in time on Coleman right there as Jansen takes a ball 1-0. Sorry, I don't mean to give you so much grief tonight.
No, it's fine. It's deserved.
Wheaties box is definitely number one favorite moment from preparation.
So I will tell you.
1-0 is fouled off down the first base line. 1-1 count.
The Microsoft Surface Pro is the best thing I've done.
It's been an upgrade, I'll tell you.
It's a big upgrade. I'm always a little sketchy about having them out here with all the pea gravel and everything. It's a little bit safer in the basketball and football broadcasts.
You tried to emulate what I was doing, but it just didn't work out.
It didn't work. I've got to be my own man.
1-1. Fought off down the right field line. That's going to get down.
Oh,
Coleman's heading to third. They might round her and come home. The ball sneaks under the fence. It's a double, ground roll double. And she'll be stopped at third. But that's a huge hit for the 8-hole hitter and Abby Coleman down the right field line underneath the fence for the ground rule double. And there's runners at second and third as Coleman stands at third. Jansen is at second.
That was Abby Jansen's first hit on the year. So look at this. Your 7- and 8-hole hitter did not have a hit this year.
Yeah.
Kaylin Coleman gets on a past third strike, and then Abby Jansen with a huge double down the right field line.
She was 0 for 12 coming to that at-bat. Yeah, just impressive.
See if Ava can flip it.
And Jansen, who's catching tonight, is going to have a courtesy runner. As it looks like coming in to run for the Bobcats, Randy Madrigal. And it is. Dylan this guy over here producing our game.
Zach Tomish.
Zach Tomish, that's what his name is. Newsboy.
He's got the hat and everything.
Yeah, no bucket hat tonight though.
It'd probably get caught in a gust of wind.
It probably would. And Randy Madrigal stands at second now. Runner at third, and in Coleman, and a pop-up on the first base bag is caught off the bat of Kuzaro. She pops up to the first baseman in Clausen, and there is now 2 away in the inning as the lineup will be rolled over the top to Gianna Bonney. A base hit and a run scored in the first inning. This will be a huge play right here to maybe knot the game up with a hit to the outfield off the bat of Bonney with runners at second and third.
She goes to the slap hit a lot, see if she has a different approach with runners in scoring position.
And Dylan, Zach flinched now.
The Zach Tomish did the Dylan Dose. That thing was on a line.
Where's the replay button? Hit that replay button.
It's funny how the producer somehow didn't get the replay on that.
I was looking over there from the backside. I couldn't get it. He still didn't hit it. 0-1 count and swing and a miss by Bonnie. So 0-2. Runners at second and third here. And Bobcats definitely don't want to leave a couple of runs stranded right here.
No, this is see if Tempe can get out of this after having 2 runners in scoring position with just 1 out.
Tempe Karlsruhe delivers home. That one just off the plate, and it's going to be a 1-2 count. Tempe Karlsruhe making her 4th start of the season, 1-2 record with a 32 2/3 innings pitched, a 5.79 ERA. 15 strikeouts, 34 walks. She has a 1-2 count on Bonnie. Bonnie swings and misses on that one, and she flails at it, and that'll be a strikeout, and that is out number 3 as the Bobcats strand 2 runners aboard. Abby Jansen, though, gets her first hit of the season. We go to the 3rd. It's 3-1 Cubs on top of the Cats.
Since 1967, Jensen Ford Lincoln has served generations of families around central Iowa. Quality vehicles, professional service, knowledge of our product, that's a part of Jensen. But what's more important to us is a trust that is passed down from every previous generation. Jensen Ford Lincoln wants to serve your family for generations. We want to be there for your first car. We want to be there for your family SUV. And we want to see you drive away in the Mustang you always dreamed of. At Jensen, we want to be here for you now and every mile along the way.
Top of the 3rd, 3-1 is our score as the Bobcats trailing to the Nevada Cubs. Riley Danielson back out to pitch here in the 3rd inning. As due up this inning for the Nevada Cubs, it will be Hillman, McGaffin, as well as batting in the 5-hole tonight. I gotta say, number 4, Melanie Konzerath, has been a tough one for me tonight.
Yeah, well,
and it almost didn't fit on our screen graphic, as you can see on
that
KFJB-TV.
Is 19 letters, first and last name.
Melanie Konzerath.
Yeah, you're at 11 total, and I'm sitting at 9. Mm-hmm. Tomish, if it's Zachary Tomish, is at like 34.
Common spelling. Anyway, glad we had room for Melanie. Barely. We almost had to go the M. Dot, last name. First pitch is in for a strike on the 3-hole hitter in Hillman. Reached on an E4 and scored in the first. The 0-1, she's going to foul it off into her feet. And it will quickly be a 0-2.
Like to see Briley again in that 2nd inning, and here coming out in the 3rd is getting ahead of counts.
The 0-2 is fought off. Stupp fields it at 3rd as it's chopped to her over to 1st to Coleman in time. It's going to be a 5-3 ground out for out 1 here in the 3rd. Let's take a look at the defensive positioning tonight for the Marshalltown Bobcats. Danielson pitching here in the 3rd. Jansen catching. It's Stupp at the hot corner. Lady Danielson sliding from 1st over to shortstop. Feldman's at 2nd. We saw her a lot at left field, but she's playing a lot at 2nd now. Coleman, a new face in there at first base. Kuzero, Bonnie, as well as Avis in right field. Pop up to left field. Kuzero ranges in, makes the catch, and that's out number 2 as McGaffin is out on the flyout to left.
I really like how Ava plays left field. She's
very confident.
She looks really comfortable out there. She's got a good arm. She's played well out there tonight.
Well, she's a wrestler, so she's strong.
They usually don't let you throw things on the wrestling mat, though. So
that is true.
You never know how the arm's going to be.
That is true. Melanie Konzerath will stand in at the plate. It's a 1-0 count, and she'll take tight one inside, 2-0. Be sure to hit the like button and support our broadcast tonight.
They call that
hit
a strike.
Subscribe.
It's 1-1.
It is 1-1. Thank you, Dylan. As now no one's subscribing because of you right there.
Sorry, but they're subscribing to the proper count.
2-1 is the count. as Danielson fires upstairs, 3-1. But yeah, be sure to hit the subscribe button and get upcoming game alerts by turning on notifications, as we have went well over the 1,000 subscriber mark.
She got
and
hit.
A dead ball, as Konzerath will take one. Hit by the pitch, and she'll hustle down to first. A double and an RBI for her, and now hit by a pitch. This will bring up Jaden Malone. Were you going to say something?
Probably. At my advanced age, I don't know what that was.
He's Dylan Doze. I'm Brianna Lewis. Thanks for joining us tonight. 2 outs, and a first pitch ball is into Malone. She had a 2-bag RBI in the first. 1-0 upstairs. She'll take again. It's 2-0.
Well, Briley came through about 5 pitches ago and caught her leg on one and just kind of shortchanged it. It seems like that kind of threw her off. She's been a bit erratic over the last 5 pitches.
And that one's going to be fouled off the bat of Malone. She's just trying to range back and pitch inside. A little self-defense. She fouls it off for a strike. It's 2-1.
And Briley, when she's coming across, it seems her ball just kind of naturally fades back into the right-handed hitter.
The 2-1 is smacked in between short and third. That'll get to Kuzero in left field. And there's runners at first and second as Malone picks up a single to left field. This will bring up Olivia Clausen. Flew out to second base back in the first to end that inning.
Jaden Melhan, she gets the bat through the zone quickly. She's put a barrel on the bat both times up through the lineup.
Chopper backhanded by Lainey Danielson. Misplayed, can't quite get it, as Olivia Clausen will be aboard at first base. And that'll probably be ruled is that an error? I don't know. That was kind
I'm
of
calling it an error.
Okay.
Because I feel like she had opportunity to get in front of it, and she kind of just decided to the backhand. And
Konsruth stands at third base as a first pitch strike is in. Malone is at second, and Clausen is at first as Macy Maley is at the plate, and there's the backhand right there. Tough play, but Maley swings and misses at the 0-1. It's 0-2 now quickly. But nevertheless, it resulted in that bases being loaded now.
I like Briley. Thought maybe get out of the inning. She has not wasted time just going in attack mode.
And Danielson attacks Maley, and she'll pop one up. Back behind home plate on the first base side. Still 0-2 the count to the 8-hole hitter. Here's the 0-2. And bounce to home plate. That'll be a ball 1-2 to Maley. Looked like she's planning on going off speed right there, but maybe just lost the pitch.
Yeah, the off speed has not worked for Briley here tonight so far.
Here's a 1-2 upstairs. She'll leave it alone. It's a 2-2 count to Maley. Struck out last inning.
We'd like to see her repeat that.
2-2 from Danielson is ripped into center field. Left center is ranging to her right is Bonnie. She'll make the catch, and that'll end the inning. So bases jammed, and out number 3 recorded as Maley pops one up to deep center field, and the Bobcats unscathed in the third. We'll head to the bottom of the third inning. It's 3-1, still our score. Cubs on top of the Bobcats.
At Honest Heating and Cooling, they take comfort seriously. Their latest offering? Smart Integrity Monitoring. Combined with an honest maintenance plan, it takes all the guessing out of home comfort. Their technicians take accurate measurements of all the necessary parameters and deliver you the truth about where your home's comfort stands. If you're not measuring, you're just guessing. That's honest. Get a Smart Integrity Monitoring plan and let the Honest team watch over your home's comfort 24/7. Honest Heating and Cooling.
3-1 our score up on the Marshalltown Hy-Vee scoreboard. I'm Brianna Lewis. Dylan Doze alongside me here tonight. Coming up after the game, we'll name our player of the game. All brought to you by Opa Grill in Marshalltown. All you have to say is...
Opa.
Thank you. So 3-1 our score. Bobcats looking to claw their way back into this one. Bella Avis, Emma Stepp, Lainey Danielson, 2, 3, 4 batters will hit here this inning. As the Bobcats had runners at second and third with only one out last inning, and were not able to do anything with it as Coleman and Jansen were able to get aboard.
Really good pitching by Karsrud to get out of it.
First pitch of the inning is fought off by Avis in foul territory down the shallow right field line. So a strike to Bella Avis, 0-1. Avis, a .267 hitter on the season, 16 runs, 11 RBI. Playing in right field tonight for the Bobcats. And she'll smack one right back up the middle. That'll get through as Hillman late diving on that one. And it's a single for Bella Avis aboard to begin the third inning.
I like her as a player. We talked about her last broadcast we did together. Is last year she was used a little bit under the radar, but this year she's been really productive. She's moving around without Sandvik in the lineup, so she's up in the 2-hole, getting on base, so Emma has somebody to drive in.
Stump shows bunts, and she'll bring the bat back. Doesn't offer at it, and that's a good throw down there. McGaffin fires. Hillman makes the tag, and one away in the inning. Avis is caught stealing.
So I absolutely hate the fake bunt there because you know immediately if Emma's fake bunting that they're running. Because you know not in a million years is Emma Stepp gonna bunt. And so to me, it's you're tipping your cap, and Avis got a late run, and she was out by about 20 feet. That might be an exaggeration.
That's an exaggeration, Dylan.
She was out by 7 feet.
Much better. Here's the 1-0, and Stump is going to take a strike, and it's a 1-1 count. And, you know, usually, like if you watch an MLB game,
yep,
and you got your 3 or 4 hole hitter,
yep,
no one's stealing usually. Very rarely, right?
Right.
Just because you know that the odds are is somebody hitting 300 or, in this case, 400.
And I can see, you know, like, I can see running a little bit in that, but I don't understand tipping your cap that they are going to run.
2-1. Stump fights it off, and it will roll foul on the third base side. A 2-2 count. And if you're just joining us, 3-1 is the score. Cubs on top of the Bobcats. Tempe Karsrud is the starting pitcher as she works here in the bottom of the third inning. Look promising, but there is one out now as caught stealing for the Bobcats. And just getting underneath of this one is Stump as she lifts it to center to Taylor. In and out of her glove, and Stump is aboard on the E8. Well, it doesn't matter how it happens. She's aboard.
Yes. We are our own official scorers.
So an error gets Stepp aboard. This will bring up Lainey Danielson. Struck out, caught looking back in the first. As Karsrud delivers home for a ball, 1-0.
McGaffin's not afraid to throw back to first base. So she's done it a couple times here tonight. You can't lollygag off of first. See if Lainey takes some better cuts. She seemed to be uppercut swinging quite a bit there.
There's a 1-0. Ball taken there for Danielson. Steps off to second, so that'll move her into scoring position.
All right, Laney's been good this year, just under 300. Does have a couple bombs, so she can put a charge into it.
Danielson eyes. Karsrud fires home, and that's going to be a ball. Just missing right there. Danielson, a couple of home runs earlier this season against Mason City, but has not had one since. And she'll take a strike right here on the outer half. A 3-1 count. One out. Bottom of the third inning. Cats down 3-1 up on the Marshalltown Hy-Vee scoreboard. Karsrud fires home and fought up out of play. It is a full count, 3-2. And that one hit the van. No, it didn't. Zach
playing, doing his comedy routine out here, hitting the panic button.
Yeah. Zach is not as
that might have got a truck pretty close.
Zach's not as sly as he thinks, because I saw the van going off and then immediately looked at him and he was smirking over there, smarting. He was proud of himself.
Oh, gosh.
Jack's swing did not go all the way, committing to it as Laney Danielson will strike out for the second time tonight. Excuse me, as that'll be out number 2 here in the bottom of the third inning. This will bring up Riley Danielson.
And Karsrud, as she's already struck out 4. She had only struck out 15 in 32 innings. Bobcats making it a little too easy on her. There
Riley
we go.
Danielson rockets this one into right center. That's going to get all the way to the wall. This will score Emma Stupp. It is 3-2 now our score. It's an RBI double for Riley Danielson.
And what did she do? She helped
her own cause.
There we go. Cliches are cliches because sometimes they're true.
That one is true.
She hit that thing on a rope.
Yeah. Let's bring up Kennedy Feldman, a fly out to center back at the second. Don't think anybody's going to be hitting a home run to left field, but Feldman's going to tie up the game at 3. Riley Danielson will be sent home as the throw is cut off, and Danielson scores safely and makes it 3-3. Our score is Stupp, and Riley Danielson has scored now this inning.
If I was McGaffin, I might have yelled off that cut because it looked like there might have been a play at the plate if she wouldn't have cut that off. But that's where the first baseman's just playing the way she should. That's up to the catcher to yell that off if they think they've got to play.
Time called. Here is Corey Barloon, the head coach for the Nevada Cubs. Will take a second to go out and talk to Tempe Karsrud and the infield for the Nevada Cubs. With that, we will get a quick scoreboard update tonight, all brought to you by Central State Bank. Discover what Central State Bank can do for you, Dylan.
Thank you, Brooksy. First game of the doubleheader, Urbandale won Ames over Ames 5-4. Now Ames is down 7-1 in the second game. Pella leads Perry in the second 3-0. Webster City over Roland Story 3-0. And a reminder, AP Parkersburg over BCLUW 11-1.
So bring up Kaylin Coleman, who will bat now for the Bobcats as we're tied at 3. Here in the bottom of the third inning. Feldman standing at first there after picking up that RBI and driving in Riley Danielson. Swing and a strike for Coleman.
I know the pain of seeing one about chin high. It looks so good, and no matter how quick you start that swing, you're never going to catch up to it.
Here's a 1-1. Off speed, gets her chasing on that one. It's quickly 1-2 to Coleman, who reached on a drop third strike last inning and hustled down the bag to first. Stranded at third. And an opportunity to get her first hit of the game. She'll lift one to center field. Long run for Taylor running in. She'll make the catch this time as Coleman is retired for out number 3. But 2 runs come in to score as Stupp and Riley Danielson both score. We're tied at 3 as we head to the 4th on KFJB-TV.
At Sports Plus Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy Center, we customize each patient's treatment plan to their individual needs. What does that mean? It means that not every back or knee problem is treated the same, and that your program will be unique and designed especially for your needs or problem. This improves how quickly you will return to work or sports. The Sports Plus staff is encouraging and takes pride in your successful recovery. This is just one more reason why champions choose Sports Plus Physical Therapy as their favorite place to rehabilitate and train.
Today's game on KFJB-TV is brought to you by McGregor's Furniture and Mattress. Quality furniture for every room in your home. Pence Appliance and TV. For sales and service of everything appliance, come see the Pence team. Wayward Social, the place for bowling, games, food, and more. Wells Fargo Advisors, Marshalltown. Sports Plus, Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy Center, sportsplusTherapy.com.
Beautiful but breezy night and chilly. Dylan's old bones here with a 68-degree night on the first day of July.
I know, it's a chilly July 1. I do get to use one of our sponsors tomorrow. It's Sports Plus, which isn't my favorite. Gotta get the shoulder worked on a little bit. Wish I was buying a new car from Jensen, but instead, no, just physical therapy.
You dropped both of your pens. I don't know if you've realized that. You've lost your papers multiple times. Here's a tapper, left side of the foul line, and that will stay fair as the Nevada Cubs will be in action to lead off the top of the fourth inning as we're tied at 3 apiece. So Addie Good, the 9-hole hitter, will get herself aboard. An infield hit, that one just off the bat. Yeah, take a look at Dylan there. He's put the hoodie over the hat.
Yeah,
and
it's a little chilly over here.
And a first pitch ball is outside. The leadoff batter in the lineup is Kylie Taylor will take. Right there outside, 1-0. I lived in Alabama, in Florence, Alabama. Yep. And a cold front came through, and it dropped it down to like 50 degrees, and there's people running around in parkas, and I'm, in a light jacket thinking, what is wrong with people? As Taylor pops up in the infield over to second base as Feldman retires her, and there's one away here in the fourth inning. It's very funny, though, where you go, like I'll talk to my dad. He lives down in Florida, and he'll be like, yeah, it's 70. It's kind of chilly today. I'm like, what?
Well, today was 70, and I was chilly. So.
It's negative 42 outside. I don't know what you're talking about. A bunt down the first base line, and over to first in time for out number 2 as Whitrig will put that bunt down on the first base line, but Danielson did a nice job as well as Coleman to get down to the first base side, get that ball. Feldman covered the bag for the 3-4 out, and that will be out number 2. And this will bring up Jory Hillman. So far tonight, she is 0 for 2, reached on an error and scored and grounded out. She sends a grounder to third base. Stupp very confidently picks it up, fires over to first base. And 1, 2, 3 outs after a leadoff single to the inning by Addie Good. And Dylan's right, a good inning for Briley Danielson. We head to the bottom of the fourth inning, tied at 3.
Don't let concerns about shifts in the market disrupt your long-term financial goals. Edward Jones financial advisor Zach Wall can help. He'll work with you on an investment strategy for long-term results. Edward Jones can give you the tools and knowledge for a steady approach to hitting your financial targets. Get started by giving Zach Wall a call at 641-752-3017 in Marshalltown or visiting edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Down to the bottom of the fourth inning as the Bobcats and the Cubs tied up on the Marshalltown Hy-Vee scoreboard. Bobcats will come to bat. Production of today's game is all brought to you by the Home Rental Center in Marshalltown. If you need it, rent it. Home Rental Center and Sales Company in Marshalltown.
They're helping us out with some bounce houses for the 4th of July at the Vets Home.
We got a bounce house for my my stepdaughter Collins a couple years ago. That was. Let me tell you, I had fun.
Zach asked if we could get him a bounce house for his new housewarming party. He's like, I just want to bounce in a bounce house.
Zach has the mind of a 10-year-old. Weird. I did not.
I really love how the Bobcats have battled back.
I love how the car horn was hit earlier in that foul ball, though. I will give credit.
Yeah.
Although Zach told me that was actually Keith's idea.
Not only is he providing great shots, he's also providing humor as well.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry I cut you off. Here's the 2-0 on the way. And downstairs is Jansen, picked up her first hit of the season in her last at-bat, a double, a ground rule double. Could have been a triple at least.
Yeah, that ground rule double definitely took a run off the board for the Bobcats. But I love how they battled back down 3-0 early. Whew.
Jansen taking one at the
letter high.
Letter high. Yeah. Letter high.
Might be the letter of the helmet.
It's the letter of the law, Dylan. Quit it. 3-1. She'll take a ball and a walk as Abby Jansen will hustle down to first. And Ava Kuzaro will be the 9-hole hitter tonight as she sent one to first base for the second out of the second inning as she'll bat for the second time here tonight.
This is where I wonder, do you try to, is this where a sack bunt comes in? Is when you're flipping, do you allow Ava to swing freely, or are you looking just to move somebody into scoring position with the top of the order coming up?
And Jansen with a courtesy runner, Randy Madrigal, will come in to run for her again. Bunt shown. Madrigal takes off way late, but she's going to get away with it, and she'll get herself to second base, as that was near a catastrophe, but luckily it was kind of an odd play. Bunt was shown. The position players at first and second and the pitcher's mound were expecting it to be put down. It was not, and Madrigal took off, and she's safe at second. And they say that Kuzaro did offer here, so it's going to be a 1-1 count.
I always get a little bit nervous sometimes with courtesy runners because they're just coming off fresh off the bench, may run once or twice. They're usually underclassmen. Madrigal got there, but it was a bit of a rocky route.
2-1 as Kuzaro takes upstairs from Karsrud. Karsrud, the lefty, engages the rubber. She'll fire home. Bunt shown, offered by Kuzaro, and it is a 2-2 count.
Kuzaro's kind of half bunting, half swinging. When you're bunting, you want to almost kind of catch the ball with your bat, and she's kind of doing a weird half swing at the end.
Here's the 2-2 from Karsrud. Rolled to home plate. That's going to get the runner from second to third in Madrigal. So a runner in third in scoring position for Ava Kuzaro with no outs. We're in the bottom of the fourth inning. Top of the lineup due up next with Gianna Bowney on deck. You've dropped 2 pins. Here's the full count delivery, and that will walk Kuzaro on the full count. You've dropped 2 pins, and now you have 4 on backup, it looks like.
So I bring 2 highlighters, 2 pens, 2 pencils.
Okay.
I've dropped 1 pen and 1 pencil. Mm-hmm. I still can drop another highlighter and be fully put together. Let's just say I know myself.
Now, if you write in pen, you realize you cannot erase just because you brought your pencil, right?
True enough. True enough.
Bonnie will dig in, and the runner goes to second, and Ava Kuzaro is going to pick up the stolen bag as she gets over there uncontested. And the pitch will be a ball in there, so it is a 1-0 count to Gianna Bonnie, the top of the lineup for the Bobcats, and maybe reaching a pitch limit. We'll see a pitching change. We'll take a timeout. It's the bottom of the fourth. Bobcats have runners at second and third. No outs, 3-3 between the Cubs and the Cats here on KFJB-TV.
It's Adventure On for Marshalltown Scouting. Adventures like backpacking, ziplining, rock climbing, canoeing, swimming, and more. Survival skills for a scout's greatest adventure, life. Scouts give back to the community. Marshalltown Scouts have provided over 1 million hours of service to our community in our 70-plus year history. Scout leaders are highly trained in Scream. Parents are a huge part of Scouting, too. Scouting provides unique opportunities available nowhere else. To learn more about Scouting in Marshalltown, go to iascouts.org. Adventure On.
Bottom of the fourth, we are in, and no outs, and a new pitcher is Tempe Karsrud. Her night is over, and she goes 4 innings. At this point, she has given up 3 runs. The 2 base runners would go on her stat line with runners at second and third. But number 8, Isla Martin, a freshman, is in to pitch. Dylan, what do you know about her so far this year?
So freshman in limited play is 2-3 on the year with a 6.43 ERA. But the thing that jumps out to me is right now she is only giving up, opponents batting only .216 against her.
Pop-up is she'll get it on the first pitch that she fires in, and Bonnie is retired for out number 1. So that is not a great way to start off against the new pitcher into that one, but obviously a very timely pitching change for the Nevada Cubs by head coach Corey Barloon.
Yeah, that is, you've got to get the ball on the ground there, and we've had a couple mistakes when that happens. Bobcats have had runners in scoring position with less than 2 outs twice so far tonight. First one with 1 out, they didn't score back in that second inning. see if they can be better here in the fourth.
Bella Avis started off last inning with a hit, and then she was caught stealing as she bats for the third time tonight. She is 1 for 2. She has a 1-1 count and just a 1 out here in the bottom of the fourth inning as the Cats tied up the game last inning. We'll see if they can take the lead here in the bottom of the fourth inning. And Avis swings and fouls the next pitch off back behind home plate, makes it a 1-2 count.
Yeah, kind of ski jumped off the backstop there, hit the edge of the metal, and just kind of took another ascension up.
I like that. Although it is Christmas in July, I guess you could say. 1-2 is lifted to center. Taylor has a read on it. She'll make the catch. And the runners will not advance. They'll hold tight.
Coach Bauer is biting his tongue over there. He was getting Madrigal to come back, and I think he wanted her to tag and score. And that's, again, with that courtesy runner, they tend to be underclassmen that are fast, but not necessarily have a lot of the experience that you would want.
Yeah, Madrigal, just an 8th grader. So, yeah, I did see that. I couldn't believe that she was that far down the line with that pop-up out there, but would have been probably a close play. The relay was offline, so there would have been a chance, but hindsight's 20/20, Dylan.
I need Emma to come through for me in my prediction.
Here's the 0-1. That one will be low and in the dirt. 1-1 count. 2 down. Bottom of the fourth. Runners at second and third. Bobcats stranded runners back in the second. See if they can avoid that here this inning. And the pitch on the 1-1 is upstairs and outside, 2-1.
If I was Nevada, Emma would already be standing at first base.
If I was Nevada, I'd go to Bricktown Bakery. Here's the 2-1. This one has bounced to home plate, 3-1. Have you had anything from that?
I have not.
They made me a gluten-free bar when we were on a patio remote a couple weeks ago.
I like that. The Lewis.
3-1 is drilled foul down the third base line, and it's going to be a full count now, 3-2.
Jason Bauer's still alive. Everyone's excited. We've seen Emma destroy people and property on some of those foul balls.
It is true, and he was acting like a ninja over there. He kind of did a hi-ya over at that ball. He was joking around with Emma a little bit too, which I think is probably a good thing. Loosening things up. It's a tight situation.
Yeah.
Here's a 3-2, drilled down the left field line. That one's just foul by about a 2-foot margin. And so will remain at a full count. Emma just trying to stay alive here against Isla Martin. Martin new into the game here this inning, replacing Tempe Karsrud, who went 4 innings.
Yeah.
Martin's gotten both outs in the inning. And she faces stump. Upstairs leaves it alone, and that'll load up the bases for Lainey Danielson, who struggled tonight against Karsrud, struck out twice, but now she'll face Isla Martin.
That was not the worst pitch. You want to, maybe she'll chase out of the zone. I was surprised they pitched to her as long as they did.
Yeah. What time do you think you're going to pick those pens and pencils up down there?
After the 7th inning.
2 down, and a pitch is upstairs 1-0 to Lainey Danielson 1-0. Probably a little bit of a refresher for Lainey Danielson, right? Different pitcher. You struggled against the previous one.
I think you just got to flush those last at-bats. Get up, attack the zone.
And she'll foul off the first pitch she sees. It's a 1-1 count.
And I've seen this
second pitch she sees.
Lainey a bit all year, but she drops that back shoulder, so everything's kind of cockeyed coming through the zone.
Oh, and you told me that wouldn't happen again tonight.
Because I had it to the notebook.
Dylan lost his papers for the 20th time tonight.
But gained a pen and a pencil.
Still far behind the Fort Dodge guy we saw last week. That guy lost his papers like 200 times. It was insane. I even mentioned, this is why you get a clipboard. Here's the 2-1, and Danielson's going to pop it up into the backstop. It's a 2-2 count.
Little known fact, Brandon is personally sponsored by Big Clipboard, the conglomerate of all paper needs.
I'm probably one of very few that still uses a clipboard. Kind of like a rotary phone. I don't think too many people are using that either. 2-2 on the way. And that's going to hit Danielson, and the Cats are going to have the lead. Hit by the pitch is Lainey Danielson. She'll pick up an RBI. As coming in from third base to score is Abby Jansen's runner in a Randy Madrigal. So 4-3 here in the bottom of the fourth inning, coming with 2 outs. Bobcats get the bases loaded and make them pay as that run will go down on Karsrud's line here tonight. And there are 2 outs in the inning as looks like Feldman trying to work that one, or excuse me, Danielson trying to work that one out.
That got her flush.
Yeah,
Bobcats have had, you could hear the thud. Bobcats have had 4 base runners here in the fourth, 3 walks, 1 hit by pitch.
One of the hardest hit balls was last inning by Briley Danielson. She had an RBI double and then eventually scored a run. And she'll take a first pitch ball 1-0.
Good piece of batting there by Briley. Has struggled. Nevada pitchers have struggled to get across the zone. You want to see a strike maybe before taking the Easton off your shoulder and swinging it through the zone.
That doesn't look like an Easton.
It is. It's an Easton Ghost.
2-0 taking, and it's low inside, 3-0. Sorry, I didn't realize you minored in batology.
Well, I did in
Turf
reading.
management, I know you.
I did in reading, and when she turned to me, it said Easton.
Funny thing is, you called, you know, a couple of years ago, you were talking about a school in the Conference of Champions is taking ball number 4. Briley Danielson didn't even have to lift a bat off, and she'll pick up an RBI and driving in from third, Ava Kuzaro, and the Bobcats now lead 5-3. A couple of years ago, you mentioned at a school in the Conference of Champions about how maybe possibly the turf was in question, but I know you've minored in turfology. And they now got new turf as a pass ball here. And Emma Stupp's going to score and makes it 6-3. I just had to get that in. I'm forcing. This is not me being a good broadcaster. I'm just forcing in information that really probably everyone at home doesn't really care about, but we do personally because Ames is getting. Oh wait, Ames is getting new turf. A member of the Conference of Champions.
I'll tell you who remembers that turf. Niall Christensen's knee. Tell you that.
Yeah. Probably overdue. And Feldman's going to take upstairs 2-1. So Stupp scores this inning, as well as Madrigal and Kuzaro. Danielson. Well, Danielson sisters, Briley and Lainey Danielson at second and third.
Yeah, this is a tough one. All free bases here for the Cubs. Just struggling for strikes.
And I don't know if it's like a personal vendetta, but to begin the season, we had a special Bobcat Live, and we mentioned our favorite chant is "We love free bases."
Yep.
And we've seen walks, and the free bases chant has not happened. I don't know if the softball team hates us now, or what,
or some,
or
of
just
us.
mostly Zach. Yeah, that's not free bases after that walk right there. And we're going to see another pitching change in the same inning as Tempe Karsrud is actually going to be back into the game to pitch.
So we know that it was probably just the way she had definitely slowed down and had lost control because it's not a pitch count because she's right back in. So
yeah. So 2 outs. Bases loaded. Karsrud's back in to try to get the final out of the inning, and a ball's going to sneak through the left side. Lainey Danielson is in. Here comes Briley Danielson, and she scores, and it's now 8-3. Bobcats busted wide open here in the bottom of the fourth.
Holy cow, great piece of hitting. Went right through the shortstop and the third baseman and got the pickup and throw cut off again by the first baseman. I think with 2 outs, I let that go, but I understand they're just playing the way that they're told to, but I feel like you let that one go to see if you can get it at the plate.
Big inning here for the Cats, and Jansen, who picked up her first hit of the season earlier tonight, Nearly almost had her second one. The runner interference over there, though, first is actually what causes the out as Kaylin Coleman got in the path of the defender as Jansen sent that one down the first base line. It was going to be an out regardless, but that'll be out number 3. And the Bobcats add on here and take the lead in the bottom of the 4th. They score 5 runs. It's now 8-3. Cats on top of the Cubs on KFJB-TV.
The right insurance agent can make all the difference. Assured Partners agents represent multiple insurance companies. They can pick and choose from a larger variety of outstanding insurance options. Assured Partners also handles life and health insurance and Medicare supplement coverage. With access to local, regional, and national insurance companies, Assured Partners will create policies tailored to the coverage you need. For more information, go online to assuredpartners.com/Marshalltown. Power through partnership with Assured Partners in Marshalltown, Toledo, and West Des Moines.
Just one hit, and the Bobcats score 5 runs in the bottom of the 4th, taking an 8-3 lead as we head to the top of the 5th.
This game is a simple game, and it's all about free bases.
We love them, really.
We do love them. And you and I think, both have a first here tonight. I don't think we've seen a pitcher come back in after being subbed, specifically in the same inning, but I don't think we've seen in the same game. So Karsrud thought she ended her night with 3 innings and 5 runs, but her night has gotten new life as she came back in to get that final out.
Yeah, Isla Martin just pitched 2/3 of an inning, and then Karsrud came back in.
Yeah, she got those 2 outs right away and then struggled.
Sorry, I didn't mean to push your arm out like that, but I needed to see how many runs you had for Martin here tonight. It's a 1-0 count upstairs, and now 2-0 to McGaffin, who leads off the 5th inning. It is a 2-0 count. Gonzaruth is on deck, and Malone will bat 3rd this inning.
They've handled her well so far.
2-0, big swing, and missing on that is McGaffin. Yeah, handled the 4-hole hitter, batting .465 with 9 home runs. She's 0 for 2 with a couple of flyouts tonight. You're right, Dylan.
Briley's done a nice job pitching her inside, not allow her to extend that bat through the zone. She seemed to be real uncomfortable with her feet in the box. She kind of is on top of the plate a little bit, and Briley's not afraid to take that inside corner.
McGaffin backs off of that last pitch. It's a 3-1 count. And Briley Danielson fires home on the inner half. That's going to hit for a strike, and it's a full count, 3-2. That's one.
Go for it.
I was just going to say, that's the one thing is Briley Danielson never gives up. She's constantly battling the zone out there just like that. 3-2 on the way, and swing and a miss, and fires back and gets a strikeout after all of that. She was down 3-1 in the count and ends up getting the first out here in the top of the 5th inning.
She struggled, got behind the first couple batters, and walked the leadoff batter in this game, but she has come, not giving up another walk throughout, and she's got McGaffin twirling around there.
That's her second strikeout of the night for Briley Danielson. Confidence booster, saw a big smile on her face here on KFJB-TV after that strikeout. Starts off Gonzaruth with a first pitch strike, and now she's going to lift one right between short and third, and that'll get into left field as Kuzaro fires it back in. And that is a hit for Gonzaruth, the senior, as she has been very good tonight at the plate. A double and an RBI scored in the first. She was hit by a pitch and stranded at third in the third, and now she has a single here in the 5th. And the ball now smacked to center field. Bonnie backs up on it, makes the catch. Malone is retired. Before that, she was 2 for 2 with a single and a double here tonight, but she flies out to center for out number 2 as Gonzaruth retreats back to first, and the good inning for Danielson continues now.
Yeah, she's hit Danielson hard all 3 times, but that one bounty was right there. But Briley's not wasting time either. I love that. You can tell she's not in her head. She's got the task in front of her, and she's attacking. A lot of confidence from Briley Danielson.
Olivia Clausen at the plate. So far tonight, 0 for 2. Reached on an error and flew out. As we take a look at the replay, as Bonnie making that last out there in center field. So it's a 1-1 count to Olivia Clausen from Briley Danielson. Defense pretty much straight up with a runner at first. Here's the 1-1, and that'll be left upstairs. 2-1 to Clausen. Defensive alignment, Abby Jansen. Was there interference at the plate there?
They called it. They called the runner at first out.
Okay, so leaving the bag early is Kona's Routh, and she's going to be out for leaving the base early. So it actually ends up being a 1-2-3 inning for the Bobcats as Clausen will bat next inning. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Nevada looked like maybe they had something going, but the Bobcats get out of the inning as the Cats lead it 8-3 right here on your home for the Cats. News Talk 1230 KFJB AM and 93.9 FM, as well as right here on KFJB-TV.
You look forward to retirement as your time to relax. But now that it's here, turns out relaxation is overrated and you'd rather get back to work with an idea of your own. Wells Fargo Advisors can help. For more than 125 years, we've created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. When retirement plans change course, turn to Wells Fargo Advisors. Together, we'll go far.
Wells Fargo Advisors is located at 14 East South Ridge Road in Marshalltown. Call them at 641-752-5401. They're a member SIPC.
Coming up after our game tonight, we have our post-game interview with head coach Jason Bowers, all brought to you by Century Plumbing. As the pitchers getting warmed up here, we're taking a look on KFJB-TV at that last play. And, yeah, Kona's Routh, she just kind of leaned off the bag there at first, so a good call by the umpires there to be on top of that play. As that was out number 3. So we go to the bottom of the 5th inning as the Bobcats will come to bat. And last inning was a big inning as a lot of runs came in to score, 5 of them to be exact, and a lot with 2 outs in the inning. Good production right there out of the 3, 4, 5 batters in the lineup as it will be Ava Kuzro to lead things off here in the 5th.
I think the 3, 4, 5 hitters have been great, but I really look at that bottom part of the order too.
Yeah.
You look at Coleman, Jansen, Feldman have all been productive here tonight.
Ava Kuzro starts off with a first pitch ball from the pitcher back into the game for the second time tonight, Tempe Karsrud. Interesting, she took a little bit of a break there as Isla Martin came in and then re-entered. High school, you do get one re-entry. Here's the 1-0. That'll be low and outside, 2-0.
And she was struggling with her location there in the 4th inning before she was subbed out for Martin, and she's kind of started the 5th the same way.
2-0 misses downstairs, 3-0.
Yeah, and I think this is just the mandate from the coaching staff right now is you've got to see a strike before you swing the stick.
And that'll be ball number 4 as Kuzaro will get aboard on the way of a walk. And that is not a We Love Free Bases chant over there in the dugout.
No, it's...
They're really sticking it to us.
They really are. It's like going to an outlet store where you want to buy all the 2023 merchandise. This is 2024 songs.
They updated their playlist and not for the batter. Bonnie off the glove of the first baseman and Clausen, and that one was a hot shot. We'll rule that a hit, Dylan. That was a tough play right out there over at first base. Kuzaro to second base, and Bonnie aboard by the way of a hit. Do you agree?
I would call it an error.
Oh, wow.
But,
you're very,
we'll go with
you're very unforgiving.
I guess so.
That's one thing I've always said about you. First pitch off the bat of Bella Avis is popped up out of play, 0-1. Kind of like the cold here tonight for you. It's very unforgiving.
It's very unforgiving. I should have worn my wool socks.
Nice night for a fire as Bella Avis swings and misses at the 0-1. It's quickly 0-2. Little windy, though.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to fire this windy here tonight.
Yeah, I feel like there should be a burn ban.
You are raining on the parade of pyros out there. Bella Avis takes a strike as that is out number 1, is caught looking as Bella Avis to bring up Emma Stupp.
Oh, that tickled my funny bone right there. Oh.
1 away, 2 runners on for the Bobcats as Emma Stupp will take a pitch on the outer half, 1-0. She walked in her last at-bat in the 4th and scored the first run in a run of 5 last inning.
I need Emma. I need something.
Ball is low in the dirt, and the runner's going to take off and advance a base. So Gianna Bonney is over to second base as Ava Kuzero's over to third base. And so runners in scoring position for the Bobcats here is Emma Stupp at the plate with a 2-0 count.
If Emma can get something any belt tie, I'd love to see this one go.
And a roller to home plate. It'll be a 3-0 count to Emma Stupp. Although with the wind kind of is blowing out to right field here. Kind of a cross breeze out there in left.
I feel like Emma can muscle it through the breeze.
And 3-0's upstairs, and you won't see the opportunity, Dylan, as she'll walk for the second time tonight.
I can't blame the Cubs for it. I would do it myself. Softball cliche number 2. Laney earned her last at base the hard way.
That is for sure. She took one off the thigh. She was hit by a pitch and eventually got out there and she was okay. But she takes the first pitch strike. Here's the 0-1, and she'll take a strike again. It's 0-2.
Yeah, just really struggling to find the zone. And really Martin and Karlsruhe have both pitched tonight. They're both freshmen, so these are not upperclassmen going at it. And really, the Cubs and the Bobcats mirror each other a little bit in that as the most productive players, both defensively and offensively, are underclassmen.
Brennan Cashman is warming up in the bullpen, as you saw there on KFJB-TV. So a little action down the line. 2-2 count. Lady Danielson at the plates. Hit by pitch and a couple strikeouts tonight. Mixed bag. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss on a pitch up in the zone. And a strikeout for Karlsruhe, as that will be her 6th strikeout of the night.
And Laney's had the hat trick. She's got 3 strikeouts here tonight. The swing seems to be a little off, and she seems behind.
Bases loaded for the Bobcats. 2 outs. Can they get another run off the glove of Malone at third base, and this will score another run as Ava Kuzero is in to score. Now a check back to second as Stupp was off the bag. That allows Bonnie to come in to score. As she got to third base, Emma Stupp was in between second and third off the bag. The throw from Malone was high back to second base, and that allowed Stupp to get back safely as Gianna Bonnie scores. So 2 runs score, and it's now 10-3 Bobcats here in the bottom of the 5th inning.
Yeah, Emma wasn't looking at the runner ahead and thought she was going to go through, thought Bounty was going to try to score on that. She didn't.
And this will bring up Kennedy Feldman with 2 outs in the inning. So Danielson, and that last play, there's the rundown. Bonnie got back to third safely, and then the throw to second was just way overthrown, and Stupp was safe, and it allowed Bonnie to score. So Briley Danielson aboard. That was probably... Was that a hit, Dylan?
I went with a hit.
Oh, now we're giving
it
a hit. Okay, all right. I see. That was really hard to hit, though, for sure.
Yeah, and it seemed to be an excessively incredible play to get the out.
Pitch to the backstop. That will get by as Karlsruhe sees both of the runners advance the base as Briley Danielson is over to second base, and Emma Stupp stands at third. Feldman trying to sneak one past Hillman at shortstop. She has no throw as it would have been a long one and not in time. And that scores Emma Stupp. A 3-run inning so far. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th, and it is 11-3 As at the plate, Kalen Coleman will step in after the RBI single by Feldman.
Feldman's reached base 3 times here tonight. Really needed added assets for the Bobcats offensively, and Feldman's been really good.
Now pitch down again, and this will get Feldman over to second base.
And Bram, why don't you remind our viewers at home what the run rules are here in the 5th inning?
12 after 3 or 10 after 5.
Okay.
I believe. I always get confused because baseball and softball are much different.
Yes, they are.
Baseball's 15 after 3 and 10 after 5. But
Yeah.
I believe softball's 12 after 3, 10 after 5. Here's the 1-1. And upstairs, big cut by Coleman, but misses on it. It's 1-2.
Coach Bauer down there like a little aggressive, a little too aggressive.
Here's a 1-2 from Karlsruhe. Dug out over to third. Malone fields it over to first to Clausen in time. And Coleman is retired on the 5-3 ground out for out number 3 of the inning. 3 more runs come in to score for the Bobcats. It's 11-3 as we head to the 6th on KFJB-TV.
As you walk inside, you know right away the place for fun is Wayward Social. There's always plenty of bowling action, so plan for your next outing to include bowling at Wayward Social. Meet your friends for lunch, dinner, or your favorite beverages. Open for lunch from 11:30 to 2 p.m. Thursday through Saturday with endless pizza by the slice. During lunch on Thursday and Friday, you choose the toppings. Wayward Social, South 6th Street in Marshalltown. Online at wayward-social.com.
Scoreboard update tonight brought to you by Central State Bank. Dylan.
Pella over Perry. After 5 innings, it's a final 10-0. Urbandale won the first game against Ames 5-4. They lead 7-2 after 4 innings. Valley, after beating Ankeny handily in Game 1, are now tied to them 3-3 in the second. Webster City leads Roland Story. The Norsemen down 6-0. And then again, Applington Parkersburg beats BCLUW 11-1. Fort Dodge wins in Game 1 over number 14 Des Moines Lincoln 3-0. They are in the nightcap, but we do not have a score for that one quite yet.
Up on the Marshalltown Hy-Vee scoreboard, 11-3, Bobcats leading after a 3-run bottom of the 5th inning. So the Nevada Cubs trying to get into comeback mode here as they'll send to the plate the 7, 8, 9 batters due up. And so far tonight, just 1 hit between the bottom 3 in that third of the lineup.
Yeah, you look at that first inning when Nevada went up 3-0. They were all unearned. But Briley Danielson since then has just set him up and mowed him down.
Jammed inside as Olivia Clausen will fight off the first pitch from Briley Danielson. She was at the plate last at-bat when runner left early, and that was the third out. So Clausen bats 0 for 2 tonight. The 0-1 upstairs into the backstop.
Just a bit outside. If you're a person of a certain age, you cannot see something go to the backstop, a pitch go to the backstop, without hearing Bob Uecker in Major League in your head. You just, if you're between 35 and 55, I think you hear it.
Boy, that broadcasting school is really paying off, Dylan.
It is. Major League, it's a 501 class. It's a master level.
1-2 is the count. Olivia Clausen at the plate for the Nevada Cubs in their white tops, gray bottoms tonight, purple and yellow trim, and caught looking on the outer half. Clausen is out, and that's another strikeout. Third strikeout of the night for Riley Danielson, who's looked really good at times, and specifically in the 4th and 5th, and now a nice start to the 6th inning. She's pitched really well.
She's been absolutely lights out in the last few innings. Started out rough in that first, but this is a good hitting Nevada team, and they have not gotten too many hard hit balls. A single here, a single there, but nothing in the gaps.
Well, you know, like they say, the old cliche, you got to get to the good pitchers early.
That's right. That's right.
0-1, or you won't have a chance later. Rolled over to short. Lady Danielson to first in time. Over to Coleman on the 6-3 ground out, 2 away. What other cliches can we come up with before we bore people to death? Addie Good will step in, the DP tonight.
We might be too late.
It's true. Once people found out that you're chilly when it's 67, they're like, oh, I've had enough of Dylan already. Upstairs to the backstop. That's a big thud as that one didn't even touch the glove of Jansen. It is 1-0. Fires in, and chop just foul on the third base line. 1-1 to Addie Good, the DP, hitting 176.
I'm really, really impressed as Briley's come set and just brings the heat. That natural little tail towards the inside of a right-hander, they have not been able to adjust to that inside fastball at all.
And the 1-1 is drilled right back up the middle, and Addie Good will have her second hit of the night. It's a single as Bonnie throws it back into the infield, and this will bring up Kylie Taylor, the leadoff batter in the Cub lineup. So 2 down as the Cubs are down 11-3 here in the top of the 6th inning. Their night is waning here as they're down to their final 4 outs, but trying to put something together here in the top of the 6th inning. Runner takes off. Here's a chopper. Stup all over it at third base, and she'll fire to Coleman in time. And that will just delay the inevitable, essentially. As Good got a single, but Taylor grounds out 5-3. We head to the bottom of the 6th with the Bobcats leading 11-3 here on News Talk 1230 KFJB AM, 93.9 FM, and here on KFJB-TV.
Don't let concerns about shifts in the market disrupt your long-term financial goals. Edward Jones financial advisor Zach Wall can help. He'll work with you on an investment strategy for long-term results. Edward Jones can give you the tools and knowledge for a steady approach to hitting your financial targets. Get started by giving Zach Wall a call at 641-752-3017 in Marshalltown or visiting edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
11-3 our score up on the Marshalltown Hy-Vee scoreboard. Brandon Lewis, Dylan Doze alongside me. Be sure to hit the like button here tonight and support our broadcast, as well as hit the subscribe button. And make sure that you get upcoming game alerts by turning on those notifications. We appreciate the support. We're over 1,000 subscribers here on KFJB-TV. We couldn't do without your support, as well as I know Xavier. I know
he's a big fan.
I told Deegan recently that we're only 3 subscribers away from 1,000. He's like, "Oh, I'm all out of computers or something to create more accounts." I'm questioning how many accounts he has registered under. These may not be legitimate 1,000 subscribers. I'm now questioning things.
I like to listen to there is different podcasts, but Wandry has one about each election. And I feel like it's an 1864 election where somehow a House of 5 has 12 votes. It's very similar sometimes.
Abby Jansen retired to lead off the inning, and so 1 away as Ava Kuzaro stands in. Let me guess. It was the biggest election of their lifetime each year of the election.
Every time.
Every time. All the time. Here's the 0-1. And outside, and it will be a 1-1 count to Kuzaro. This is the biggest game of your lifetime here tonight. We should say that every game. Here's the 1-1. Then we would be at 1 million subscribers because everyone would be thinking,
hey, this is the moment.
This is the moment. Yeah. No.
But it is fun to see.
Sorry if anybody picked that up on the background. There was Zach singing Shining Moment.
We don't have the money for that.
No.
We definitely do not have the money.
That song is, of all the songs that are copywritten, that one is definitely copywritten because you can't say anything related. I mean, like, all you can say is March at this point.
That's right.
And that's even questionable.
And half the tournament's not even in March.
That's true. Half the tournament is on a different channel.
That's right. April aggression, I think, is now what we need to call it.
3-1 is the count. And Kuzaro takes upstairs. She's going to hustle down the first base line. Works a walk. That's her third walk of the night. You ever have a 3-walk night in your career?
I have.
Wow.
Not many of them, but I have. But that's really, in that 9-hole, that's exactly, you just want to flip the order. No matter how you get to it, an air, hit by bat, walk, hit, does not matter. Ava's done a really nice job in that 9-hole.
Yeah, she really has to turn the lineup over to Bonnie. Bonnie, a couple of singles and runs scored. She's 2 for 4 at the plate tonight. As Kuzaro 0 for 1, but with those 3 walks, Bonnie swings and misses. The pitch gets past the catcher in McGaffin, and Kuzaro's off to second base. And so she's in scoring position with just 1 out in the inning. Gianna Bonnie with an 0-2 count.
And you can kind of see with this Nevada team, they definitely have talent with the stick in their hand, but it seems defensively they seem a little bit lax, and the pitching just is young. They're both pitchers. Actually, every single pitcher we've seen tonight for both teams are freshmen. They each pitcher has another 3 years after this.
1-2 count now from Karsrud, and a swing and a miss by Bonnie, and she'll strike out for the second time tonight. That is out number 2 here in the bottom of the 6th inning, as Bella Avis will come to the plate. And she's hit the ball well here tonight. She's hit it hard, but just hasn't kind of fell in. She's 1 for 4, and she has to the plate for the 5th time tonight. And she's also struck out once in those at-bats. She's got stealing back in the 3rd inning. So with a 1-0 count here against Karsrud, she'll take downstairs 2-0 as Kuzaro taking a secondary lead. Look at her score run. She's already scored a couple tonight. Made a few nice plays out there in left field. Karsrud with the 2-0, and Avis taking all the way. A 2-1 count now.
Good pitch.
Nobody's been zooming on it. Nobody's been touching it. So, you make it a little more.
Avis eyes. Karsrud delivers. It's off the right side of McGaffin. Kuzaro's going to take advantage of it, and she'll work her way over to third base. So anything to the outfield will definitely result in a run scored here for the Bobcats, who are up 11-3 in the bottom of the 6th. Here's the 3-1 to Avis, and she's going to drill this one to left field, but all over it is Whitrig, and she'll make the final out of the inning. It is a fly ball off the bat of Bella Avis, and a fly out to left ends it. So stranding a run in Kuzaro there in the 6th. We head to the 7th as the Cubs down to their final 3 outs of the game. Bobcats up 11-3 on KFJB-TV.
Some drivers trade cars every year or every other year. Some drive their cars till they drop. Whatever kind of driver you are, Lennox Employees Credit Union is here to get you into the car for your style of driving. You're invited to go to our website, lennoxecu.com, for membership eligibility and loan rates, or call the office to talk to a loan officer. The loan process is quick and easy. Low auto loan rates from Lennox Employees Credit Union, 1004 East Main Street in Marshalltown. Member NCUA.
11-3 is our score, and it's time to get a scoreboard update tonight. All brought to you by Central State Bank. Dylan.
We also have a quote update. Jeff Brooks. Zach had the Major League reference. Jeff Brooks gives us a Varsity Blues reference. Play the next 24 minutes for the next 24 minutes and leave it all out there on the field. Well, Yankee is ahead. Yankee. Valley is over Ankeny. It's a late night and it's cold.
Yankee.
Valley over Ankeny.
Dylan's lips are frozen
top
currently.
Of the 3rd. Pella over Perry 10-0 after 5 innings. That one's final. And then you have Urbandale up on Ames 7-2.
We hope you're going to be okay tonight. I hope someone's at home to tuck you in.
I'm going to have to get a Sherpa to take me home. Be left with a frozen masses on Mount Everest.
Jocelyn Farmer's going to pinch hit for Nicole Whitrig, who so far tonight she was 0 for 3. So trying to get a little something going here late for the Nevada Cubs down to their final 3 outs of the game. It's the top of the 7th inning. Marshalltown leading 11-3 as the visiting Nevada Cubs in town tonight at the Marshalltown Bobcats Softball Complex. I'm Brandon Lewis. Dylan knows alongside me. It is a 2-1 count to start off the inning as Nicole Whitrig being hit for here again by Farmer.
Here's the scoring, because I had Whitrig as 0 for 1 with 2 sack bunts.
Oh, yeah, correct. You're right. I forgot to write it on the last one, and that is scribbled there in my first one. So good job. And now a walk worked here by Farmer to lead off the inning here in the top of the 7th inning, an 11-3 game.
I figured if we got her name auto-corrected, we shouldn't also just damage and abuse her batting average.
That's true. That's true. I'm glad you're our official scorer here tonight.
It's kind of the Wild West of official scorers down here at the softball complex.
Jory Hillman steps in for the 4th time tonight. A couple of ground outs. She did reach on an error and scored a run back in the 1st inning. Now a pop-up back to Briley Danielson, the pitcher, and she'll be out for out number 1 of the inning on the fly out to Danielson. So Hillman retired. This will bring up Megan McGaffin. And so far tonight, she is 0 for 3 with a strikeout. And you mentioned it, just how well the Bobcats have done against one of the most potent hitters in the lineup for the Cubs. And a first pitch strike as Briley Danielson fires in right away. And I think that's what's helped her at times tonight has been those first pitch strikes for Danielson.
Yeah, ever since the 2nd inning, she's been really good. McGaffin hasn't had one real clean swing on her all night long.
The 0-1 is going to be popped up down the left field line, out of play, and quickly 0-2 to McGaffin.
And it seems a lot of times you'll see McGaffin just turn around and shake her head as if she doesn't agree with the caller. She's not seeing it real well. But Briley's had her on her heels all night long.
And an off-speed pitch. She almost tried to get her out front. Could not do so. Runner takes off to second as Farmer advances.
I think if Briley would have been able to effectively mix in the off-speed here tonight, she's basically unhittable.
1-2 on the way, inside. Good stop by Abby Jansen behind home plate to let that one not sneak by her. As she lunges to her left, it's a 2-2 count, 1 out, top of the 7th. Cubs with a runner at second, trailing 11-3 to your Bobcats. And a shallow chopper. Stupp barehands it, fires to first, off the bag. And safe at first base as Coleman came off the bag on the throw. And that'll be runners at the corners.
If that's the hit you're giving up to McGaffin, you're okay with that.
Yeah, no kidding.
That is, you'll give up 12-foot hits to her all night long.
Yeah, Stupp trying to make an extraordinary play over there. Nearly did it. As you see the bare hand by Stupp firing over to first. And, didn't look like Coleman was even on the bag to begin with right there. But we will see a brief timeout here as Kaylee Pollard, assistant coach, will come out and have a brief meeting in the circle as the Nevada Cubs did have a pinch runner or courtesy runner for McGaffin into the game.
Wonder is like, hey, we got a couple outs, just a couple base runners got on, just focus in. If a run crosses, not a big deal. Just focus in, you and the batter. Let's get out of this with a W, tying last year's 11 wins.
Okay, so the courtesy runner into the game is going to be Brianna Cashman. She's a freshman running. Runners at the corners as Cashman will take off and sail into second base. Farmer's over at third. And Melanie Kunzerath is at the plate, the senior. Here's the 0-1. And she's going to lift the ball down the left field line. Kuzero chasing. She's going to make the catch. And there's 2 down. Great play down that left field line. Kunzerath sent that one into the wind, and I don't know if it just held it up there enough, but I thought that one was going to be out of play. But it is out number 2 of the inning. So a huge play right there for the Bobcats.
That's exactly what it did. It got up in the air and it like hit a wall. It's breezy.
Yeah,
right
that is
about
for
10
sure.
miles an hour left to right.
And here's that last play is Couzereau getting underneath of it and making that catch. A clean one at that. So 2 down, Cubs down to their final out as Jaden Malone is at the plate. Double, single, backs off the plate here. And an RBI tonight with a flyout to go along with that. So she is 2 for 3 at the plate. She has a 2-0 count from Briley Danielson. Righty versus righty in the matchup.
That fly out to center was hard hit as well.
And she'll take a pitch. No. They say it is a strike on the inner half. So 2-1. And off the end of the bat, a number by Malone. And a tag of the bag by Coleman at first. And that will be out number 3. And that will give the Bobcats a win as Malone grounds out to Coleman over there at first. A very good win. It was the Cubs early striking for 3 in the first inning. But since that point, the Cubs couldn't get a single run to score here tonight. A very impressive performance of Briley Danielson. Really locked things down late here tonight and breezed through the 5th, 6th, and 7th innings.
It seemed that the weather delay at the end of the JV game into the varsity game, the Bobcats just seemed off a little bit in the top half of the first. Once they got settled in, Briley Danielson was in lockstep and just mowed down the Cubs top to bottom of the order.
We'll talk to head coach Jason Bowers in our locker room report. That's coming up as the Bobcats win it tonight 11-3 against the Nevada Cubs right here on your home for the Cats, KFJB-TV.
The right insurance agent can make all the difference. Assured Partners agents represent multiple insurance companies. They can pick and choose from a larger variety of outstanding insurance options. Assured Partners also handles life and health insurance and Medicare supplement coverage. With access to local, regional, and national insurance companies, Assured Partners will create policies tailored to the coverage you need. For more information, go online to assuredpartners.com/Marshalltown. Power through partnership with Assured Partners in Marshalltown, Toledo, and West Des Moines.
You'll find the perfect mattress for you at McGregor's Furniture and Mattress. You choose the firmness, comfort, and support level, all at a great price. McGregor's always has a great selection of sofas, recliners, dining room, and bedroom furniture to help you live and relax in comfort and style. Their staff will help you find just what you're looking for. McGregor's Furniture and Mattress, downtown Marshalltown, is open 7 days a week. They're proud to support Bobcat Athletics.
Marshalltown Community College.
Graduation is fast approaching. It's time to think about your future. Marshalltown Community College is the place to start your education. Choose from our many career training programs or earn your AA degree and transfer to a 4-year university. MCC is all about choices. Schedule a visit today at MarshalltownCommunityCollege.com.
Marshalltown Community College, a step in the right direction.
Bobcats victorious on their home turf tonight as they go to 11-21 on the season with a 11-3 victory. Dylan, no, that's my score sheet. That's the 17th time you've lost your sheets tonight. Cubs drop to 9-20 on the year. You told me you would not let that happen again, but Dylan's been losing his papers in the wind numerous times tonight.
I took it out of the binder clip so I could flip it over, and then a wind gust came, and it flew into yours.
Perfect timing.
Perfect
timing. Bobcats here tonight hold the Cubs to 8 hits, 3 runs, and the Cubs left 10 runners aboard. I thought that was kind of key in this one where Briley Danielson would allow maybe a hit an inning. They would get aboard, but then just were not able to produce anything out of it.
Couple things the Bobcats did. They had an error in that first inning that allowed runs, but they didn't have errors the rest of the game, and Briley gave up 1 walk. That was in the first inning. After that, didn't give up. So, yeah, maybe a hit here and there, but there weren't free bases, there weren't mistakes, and Briley didn't allow the runners to get in her head.
11 runs for the Bobcats off of 10 hits and 7 left on base. It's hard to think that there maybe were more opportunities out there for the Cats, but really nice job by 1 through 4 in the lineup. Emma Stump, 3 runs scored here tonight, worked a couple of walks. She had a two-bag RBI back in the first inning that drove in Gianna Bonney, and it was good to see the top of the lineup kind of producing right there. But then also at the bottom of the lineup, Abby Jansen, she scored a run. She had a double here tonight, picks up her first hit. So all over the lineup, you can kind of point to a really good night at the defense and offensively here tonight for the Bobcats.
If you look at 6 through 9, they reached on 3, 5, 7, 10 times the 6 through 9 batters reach base, and that's a huge one. When we came into the top of the game, are the Bobcats going to get any offensive production from that bottom half of the lineup? And they were on base all night long, so a shout-out to all those girls.
Riley Danielson, 7 innings pitched. She gives up 8 hits, 3 runs, and 3 strikeouts in a nice stat line. And it definitely, I felt like a big confidence booster here tonight, as she had the 4th inning start off with a single, but then she was able to get back into it, get it outs in that inning, and then she started out with a caught-looking strike in the 5th. And so just a night where I felt like this one might be a confidence booster for her.
Yeah, I think it really was, especially coming off, Waterloo East game, a game you thought you'd probably sweep them. Doesn't happen. You've kind of scuffled a little bit. Now coming out, getting down early, but just battling back. A lot of success offensively and defensively. A big for each individual, but as a team as a whole.
When we come back, we'll talk to Jason Bowers as his team gets the victory tonight, 11-3 against the Nevada Cubs, right here on your home for the Cats, KFJB-TV.
You planned and saved for your child to go to college, but medical school after graduation was a surprise. A happy, expensive surprise. Wells Fargo Advisors can help. For more than 125 years, we've created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. When opportunities surprise you, turn to Wells Fargo Advisors. Together, we'll go far.
Wells Fargo Advisors is located at 14 East South Ridge Road in Marshalltown. Call them at 641-752-5401. They're a member SIPC.
With over 10,000 cars at our disposal, Jensen Ford...
Hold on. That's not really how we do things at Jensen Ford.
How about, it's never been a better time to buy a brand new...
Yeah, we don't really do that either. When you're ready to buy a car, we'll be ready to help.
Try this. We'll get you in and out faster than a speeding...
We don't do that either. At Jensen Ford, we'll take as much time as you need to find the right vehicle. We're not just moving cars, but we're building relationships.
Oh, maybe more of a, this is where your family buys their vehicles.
There you go. More like that.
At Honest Heating and Cooling, they take comfort seriously. Their latest offering? Smart Integrity Monitoring. Combined with an honest maintenance plan, it takes all the guessing out of home comfort. Their technicians take accurate measurements of all the necessary parameters and deliver you the truth about where your home's comfort stands. If you're not measuring, you're just guessing. That's honest. Get a Smart Integrity Monitoring plan and let the Honest team watch over your home's comfort 24/7. Honest Heating and Cooling.
Welcome back into the locker room reports as our post-game chat with Coach, all presented by Century Plumbing, specializing in service plumbing in Marshalltown. Well, Briley Danielson, 7 innings, 8 hits, 3 runs, and 3 strikeouts tonight for you, Coach, in an 11-3 victory for the Bobcats. I thought really like around the 5th and 6th inning here tonight is a real confidence booster. We saw her kind of smile. She worked out a few jams here tonight. Did you feel that way here tonight about it being just kind of a momentum pusher for her the rest of the season?
Yeah, I really thought early she just struggled with command a little bit, and the defense didn't help her out a little bit in that first inning. I got her down for 1 earned run out of the 3 they got in that first inning. So, yeah, I think she struggled a little bit. But, yeah, as the game wore on, she just got better. Right, and I think maybe in the 7th there you've seen a little bit back, a little inconsistency, but other than that, from those in-between innings between the 1st and the 7th, she was solid.
You know, in a night where, you're without your normal shortstop and Kate Sandvik, you had to move around to other pieces. We didn't see Madison Rogers. I know she's caught quite a bit, but you put Abby Jansen back there. I thought she battled back there as well. She got her first hit of the season.
Yeah.
So, you're asking some players to do some things maybe they haven't done this year, but they stepped in and really performed for you. What does that say about them?
Yeah, Abby, we'll just start with her, and I think she had the first inning jitters as well, and she wasn't just looking that ball in, and I just reminded her as she came in, I said ball first, right? No matter, I don't care who's on base, I don't care anything, you got to secure that ball first. You don't want to give them a free base when we don't have to. But then, confidence-wise, Kaylin Coleman, I think, got another hit tonight. She's been batting pretty well up at Waterloo. She did pretty well. But yeah, a kid like Abby, that's good for us moving forward. She's still a freshman, right? I'm loaded with freshmen. And it's good to get in some playing time. So, Abby works really hard at the JV level, and she's doing pretty good, and she got an opportunity, and I thought she performed really well tonight.
And I want to talk about an upperclassman and an underclassman. One is every pitcher here tonight was a freshman for both sides.
Yeah.
But the thing that really stuck out to me, Briley, is she struggled a little bit in that first inning, but she just attacked.
Yeah.
She attacked from the circle. She got the ball back. She kept attacking. Is that a mentality you coach, or is that just a mentality that she's born with?
Well, I would like to take some credit for it. And Kaylee does a really good job with the pitchers, but Briley she's hard-nosed. She's a go-getter, so it's a little bit of both. We'll take a little bit of credit for it, but
And then talk about the upperclassmen. Another one who's pretty tenacious playing in left field tonight, Ava Kusaro, for flipping that lineup, had 3 walks in that 9-hole.
Yeah.
How important is that to be able to flip that up to Gianna on the top to keep the inning going?
Amazing. I mean, I've been preaching that all year, and I think by my scorecard, 7 of our 11 runs were by a walk or a hit by pitch, right? So that's how huge free bases is in this game, especially 2 competitive teams that pretty much evenly matched, and you win that free base battle, you're going to win that game.
It was that 4th inning when they struggled to find the strike zone. The Bobcats really kind of stretched that out.
Yep, for sure.
Well, Coach, 4th of July right around the corner. I know you've still got Gilbert, but we talked about it a little bit earlier tonight. You did find out your first postseason game you're going to take on Iowa City West. That one's going to be at home.
Yeah.
How big was that to see your team get another home game in that first playoff
That's
match?
nice, right?
Yeah.
So you don't have to travel anywhere, and you don't have to play a CIML team the first round, so that's always a bonus too. So we're excited. I think the girls are really excited to play a home game, so hopefully get outcome like we did tonight. So.
Yeah, looking forward to that one. Thanks for the time tonight, Coach. All right, that is head coach Jason Bowers, and our postgame chat all brought to you by Century Plumbing in Marshalltown. This is the Locker Room Report. You're watching KFJB-TV.
When you need a plumber quickly, try Century Plumbing of Marshalltown. We specialize in service plumbing, not new construction or large remodels, so we get to our customers faster, from clogged drains to water heaters and everything in between. We can help with a guaranteed appointment and quality, efficient service. I'm Sarah, co-owner of Century Plumbing, and I'd love to book your appointment today. Call 641-750-0108. That's 641-750-0108.
You're an empty nester closing in on that retirement property. Chances are your plans didn't include mom moving in, but life happens and you do the right thing. Wells Fargo Advisors can help. For more than 125 years, we've created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. When retirement means caring for yourself and a loved one, turn to Wells Fargo Advisors. Together, we'll go far.
Wells Fargo Advisors is located at 14 East South Ridge Road in Marshalltown. Call them at 641-752-5401. They're a member SIPC.
Scouts in Marshalltown go on fun adventures. Scouts learn about the outdoors. Scouts learn character building. Scouts learn citizenship. Scouts learn life skills. Scouts learn to be leaders. Scouts go to fun summer camps, and Scouts get a head start in life. Marshalltown has produced over 200 Eagle Scouts in our over 70-year history and have provided over 1 million hours of service to our community. To learn more about joining Scouting in Marshalltown, go to iascouts.org. Adventure on!
How can you help Marshalltown High School and enjoy a mouth-watering burger at the same time? By ordering the Bobcat Burger at Legends American Grill. 2 quarter-pound patties with crisp bacon strips, sautéed onions, and melted American cheddar, jack, and Swiss cheeses on top of fresh shredded lettuce on a toasted bun. It's absolutely delicious. $1 from every Bobcat Burger sold is donated by Legends to Marshalltown High School activities. So, enjoy a Bobcat Burger and help MHS. The Bobcat Burger, another exclusive from Legends American Grill in Marshalltown.
Welcome back into the Locker Room Report here on KFJB-TV. No one wants to see that shot on KFJB.
I think people pay good money for that shot.
Yeah, that's for sure. How am I looking in these jeans tonight, Dylan?
Fantastic.
And welcome back into our Locker Room Report. Now time for our Player of the Game, all brought to you by Opa Grill in Marshalltown. Greek and traditional favorites. All you have to say is Opa. Usually you and I don't disagree about the Player of the Game. It's not that I have anything against Briley Danielson. It's just she's won it twice already. And I know it's the Player of the Game, but we were wanting to spread around some of that love. But it just seems
so
like
good.
The Danielson family's going to be eating good here lately because I believe Laney won it once.
Yep.
And Briley's won it a couple times. So
yeah.
Anyway, now Briley's won it.
She was awesome. She went all 7 innings, picked up her 7th win on the year, had 3 RBI on the other side, hit the ball hard a couple times. It's just other people played well. Briley was dominant both defensively in the circle and in the batter's box.
I was lobbying for Emma Stump tonight. She was 1 of 2 with an RBI, a double, 3 runs scored, and 2 walks.
She was good. And I don't want Emma mad at me.
I just think you didn't want Emma because she didn't hit the home run that you were trying to lobby for every at-bat.
I'm going to stick with that. I'll take that excuse. I put myself out there, and Emma got walks instead of bombs.
It's good to have options for the Player of the Game, though, right?
It is. There was a lot of good options. We even talked about, Abby Jansen getting her first hit of the year. Feldman was good. Ava was good. You look all through that lineup. They were good.
We'll get a final scoreboard update coming up in just a little bit. But again, that's our Player of the Game, all brought to you by Opa Grill in Marshalltown. Briley Danielson, she'll receive a $20 gift certificate to Opa Grill in Marshalltown. This is the Locker Room Report. You're watching KFJB-TV.
What does OPA mean? OPA means joy, enthusiasm, and approval. And when you dine at OPA Grill in Marshalltown, you'll understand why. With their made-to-order pastas, soups, and salads made daily with the freshest ingredients. Favorites include chicken parmesan pan-fried to perfection, fresh and light chicken lemon rice soup, and their signature OPA salad topped with seasoned gyro meat. OPA Grill Family Restaurant in Marshalltown, where you can dine in or drive through. All you have to say is OPA!
You should never have to wait after ordering new appliances. At Penn's Appliance, you wouldn't. With an incredible selection in stock and ready to install today. Our friendly team is here to help you pick the perfect set to match your style. And let our professional technicians install and set up your new appliances, often delivering the very next day. Stop in today, see all the new features, and find your new look at Penn's Appliance. For sales and service of everything appliance, go see the Pence team.
Small businesses are the backbone of our community. Marshalltown Area Chamber of Commerce reminds you that when you shop locally, you are benefiting members of our community and adding to our local community overall. You'll find local business owners are generally more knowledgeable, provide better service, and even know their customers by name. Marshalltown Area Chamber of Commerce exists to be an advocate for our business community. Membership in the Chamber benefits your business and adds to the strength of our advocacy efforts. For more information on shopping locally and Chamber membership, go to Marshalltown.org.
One final time on the Locker Room Report from the Marshalltown Bobcat Softball Complex. Time for a scoreboard update, all brought to you by Central State Bank. Dylan?
Thank you, Brooksy. Walking Northwest wins over Williamsburg 2-1. Indianola beats Ottumwa 9-5. South Hardin over Madrid 5-3. Newton wins in a tight one, 1-0 over Knoxville. Webster City defeats the Norsemen of Roland Story 8-3, or Norsewomen. Urbandale sweeps the Little Cyclones to get to 20 wins on the season. Don Bosco defeats Dyke New Hartford 11-5, and Valley continues to lead Yankee 5-3 through 3 innings. Thanks, Brooks.
How the Yankee Centennial Jaguars do tonight?
I do not have a Yankee Centennial Jaguars a score update.
We will have Yankee Centennial live coming up next week, as we'll have baseball and then potentially softball there as well, too, depending on the first game of postseason play for the ladies. 7-2 baseball was the final score earlier tonight as Nevada defeated your Marshalltown Bobcats. And again, the Bobcats win it tonight 11-3, the final score here at the Softball Complex. Our final remaining regular season game is coming up on Monday night as we'll have baseball. The Gilbert Tigers will be in town. Battle of the Cats as first pitch is at 7 o'clock. Looking forward to that one.
Yeah, I'll see you there.
All right, sounds good. Man of a lot of words, but not so many when it's cold outside. Dylan Doze. For our camera crew tonight, Keith Stewart as well as Jeff Brooks back at the KFJB studios. Zach Tomish, our producer on site. I'm Brianna Lewis for Dylan Doze. Have a great rest of your Monday night. You've been watching Marshalltown Bobcat Softball right here on your home for the Cats, KFJB-TV.
Today's game on KFJB-TV was brought to you by Assured Partners, Boy Scouts of America, Edward Jones, Agent Zach Wall, Embers Retirement Community, Honest Heating and Cooling, Jensen Ford, Legends American Grill, Lennox Employees Credit Union, Marshalltown Area Chamber, Marshalltown Community College, McGregor's Furniture and Mattress, Pence Appliance and TV, Wayward Social, Zeno's, Wandering Creek, Wells Fargo Advisors, Laurel Diesel Services, Calvin Rocket, your Marshalltown Hy-Vee, Central State Bank.